Oh, but do this.
Do the Yoda.
Do the Yoda.
I'll talk normal.
I'm just a weird goblin guy. Gobbledygook.
Don't look at me. Nothing going on.
Nothing to see
Ain't
here.
nothing going on over here.
Just a regular goblin guy with some potions. Nothing on them.
Nothing happening here.
You see? Yeah.
Mhm.
It doesn't say level, so it's just first level then. Right?
No, you guys are gonna be starting off at level 5. I didn't come up with that till today. I was talking to John. He's like,
Till
"What level are we
just
starting at?"
now.
Just that. Or did
Full
the
flex,
AI
good.
decide that? Who chose?
Good question.
I think like level 5 is when it starts getting fun. You know, like level 1 through 4 is
Yeah.
kind of like like
Tread
especially if
through
you
mud.
like go as like a barbarian or something. You're like, fuck, like I hit it.
Yeah.
Did it.
All over again? Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
I would
Marsh
like to-
was at least a little more where it was like, okay, I've got 19,000 attacks right now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just to start, first level. Ready to go.
Yeah. The secret is just always attack, and then you don't have to worry about anything.
I think that's my new character.
Yeah, it's like, I'm really excited to see what we can do with these bad boys. Or good boys. Who knows? Maybe we're good boys.
Yeah, we can be good. No, we're bad.
Yeah, we're bad. I think
We're
we're bad.
definitely
Probably.
At best, my character is morally neutral, and sometimes
Oh,
that's
okay.
Hey,
it's a give and
deserve you
take.
at your worst. We don't deserve you at your best.
But
See,
if
that's
they're
good in
not
the
good-
context of this show.
Hey, Joe Laverne believes in balance, and you know,
Yeah.
sometimes that means you take.
Yeah.
gotta
This
give
is
too,
life.
though, to balance it, right?
Well,
Yeah,
you know, I
I'm getting
mean,
my phone real fast.
I mean, if there's enough people around giving, he can take all he
I see,
wants.
it's
He's got a balance.
See all these good
Yeah.
people around? I can be as shitty as I want.
Yeah.
That would be pretty funny if, like, we're in an area and everybody's being good, then my guy just starts being a massive fucking prick.
Yes.
and then we're around bad guys, and he's like, "Stay your hand."
I like that. Just balance
This is the
everything
way.
out. That sounds good.
It
Oh, I
just
better
turns
join
into like
Leva.
just being nice to just like being nice to shitty dudes. It's like the shittier everybody else is, he gets nice.
It's like, hey, friend.
Hey guys.
Then you guys are being all
I-
nice to a character, and my guy just walks up and fucking smites him.
Yeah.
It's you. It is your fault. You were the
Taste
one.
butt crack. How does that taste?
It's like old
What
man
have
crap.
you?
It tastes good.
So, I think I'm all ready. You guys ready for this?
Oh, can
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, 1 second, I'll be right back. But I'm listening.
Ready for this?
So, you guys
left off
with a
with a
particular.
particular. Is there an echo by chance on me or no?
There is. It's cool.
Hold on.
Dramatic.
Okay.
Sound like you're speaking from a coliseum.
How favorable, right?
Yeah, I had actually thought that was intentional. So
That, next time I'll listen to it so we can do it for magnitude.
It was pretty
effect.
cool.
All right. So let me fix this real quick that I goofed. All right. So you guys left off with a topsy-turvy of a discussion, but at the end of the day, came down to a full decision. You will humor this old fella before you, known as Darko. You introduced yourself as Darko, or was there some other kind of form or name?
No, I would have been Darko.
All right. Darko has heeded your guys' attention and offered you guys a fair exchange for your services and something that he finds quite daring and needs a particularly capable crew that can handle it, at least in his personal opinion, of course. Darko, as you start leading the trail, assumably you guys have all of your provisions necessary.
Yeah.
Anything basic you guys would have acquired. No shopping because there was no store. Otherwise, you guys are prepared and heading on the path.
We got a long rest, right?
Absolutely not. When people ask
Yes.
me if they get a long rest, that means
Oh.
no, because that means you don't remember sleeping, which means you could have.
But we role played a whole. I rented a room and everything.
That was money spent. I mean, I deducted it. Trust me, but I don't know if you slept in it.
If I didn't, that would be absolutely. That
Very
would be Glur's fault for making all that fucking noise.
That's true. So, as you guys get your short rest and head out in the morning with Darko, you start getting about a 1.5 mile trek to this well. Well, not that you guys know, but Darko does. Darko, is there any basis in which you wish to discuss with the group as you arrive or about to arrive toward your location?
Yes. Well, first and foremost, I am very concerned because none of you have asked me shit about why we are on this trail today, and you just seem to follow an old man blindly into the abyss. And while I commend your faith in me, you should ask more questions. Now, is there any questions?
You don't remember? We asked you a bunch, friend. You must be getting a little foggy memory there.
I think he's losing his mind in his old age.
Maybe. Well, I should tell you a little bit more because there are some things we have not discussed. Now, listen. When we are down here in this lair of sorts, there might be a few threats, could say. Have any of you heard of a kind of species called a slad?
Everyone.
Yeah, can I do like a check if I have?
Professor Glur, Serverian, and Nope, just you two.
What do you want to give?
Uh,
History or nature?
History.
Can I pretend that I know?
Absolutely. Anything you want.
Yes, I love that. Always my favorite.
I would like to make a deception check, but
Am I
yeah.
getting nature or history? What? Sorry, I didn't hear
History.
you. History. Okay.
And go ahead and do a deception, Ponzi.
Okay. Remember, it's a 23 minimum.
Oh, that's it.
Nice.
So
God
why
damn.
is your thing not triggered in there then? Should we just add it in? It's a flat 13 guarantee. Is that what's going on here?
No, this. Wait for me.
Yes, for you.
Mm-hmm.
Who else has 23 minimum?
I don't know. I think it might work normally, but I just remember it didn't really work on Henry's character all the time, so that's why.
So what I can do is I can create a. Isn't it Silver Tongue?
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Well,
like
you roll a
any
D20,
roll
can't
of.
be lower than a 10.
Yeah, I can't
Plus
roll
your
lower than a 10.
modifier.
Plus my
Yeah.
modifier.
What were they
Bless
called
me, that
again?
was.
Yeah, that was the same one I had with Henry, which
Silver
made
Tongue.
it to where, like, with Henry's abilities, he couldn't roll less than a 19.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing.
I was
Is
talking about the
a-
creature, but I'll wait.
Oh, sorry. You were
I'll
rolling
wait.
history.
Yeah, no, I
Oh,
rolled.
yeah,
I got a
got it.
22.
A Slaad. Slaad.
Slod.
Yeah, you
Slaad.
absolutely have understanding of these creatures. Colvern once, he didn't have you study them, but he brought it up at one point, wishing he can
But I
have
maybe
them
read
under
a
his
book
command.
or two.
He had to like dabble in it, but you would know that they were absolutely too dangerous to command for Colvern in that aspect, like through
got it.
minor research.
A salad. Seems very dangerous. I don't want to have much to do with this, unless they're behind cages or bars, very far away.
Yes, well,
Is this dangerous?
of course.
If we get
Well, wouldn't
within
it be?
30 feet of them, 50 feet, 100 feet, 200 feet, any amount of distance between you and the site in which you can see them is very dangerous.
And what if I close my eyes?
Then it would still be dangerous and you would be unaware of how dangerous it is.
What if I close their eyes?
What if I close them?
Ah, what if they cannot see you?
Well,
Well,
Darko?
I will be far gone before you have the opportunity to do what you need to do.
He's not wrong, but there are some flaws in his perceptive of how to address them. But that's expected. This is not a
Yeah.
not a speed for you, Darko. You're kind of it's almost purpose like non coincidental that you just came back and these motherfuckers pop up. So to you, it's a bit more of a personal oddity, where Glur's looking at it from a factual point of view, you're looking at it from a personal experience point of view, and the other two are just listening. Ponzi, what is the far-fetched tale in which you spread of these slots? And Darko, you never heard the story, but it sure sounds believable. Drop it on us, Ponzi.
Well, you see, boys, a slod is the type of food that you can eat. It's made out of lettuce mostly. There's some tomatoes in there. You can cut up a cucumber if you want. Now this, I don't know what you're talking about, but they're actually pretty good for you if you know what you're doing.
Are you talking about a salad?
No. I'm a mistake. It's a
No.
slod.
You know,
I
actually,
think I may have
actually, as you start describing the salad,
Hey, smart man.
Glur, you favor into it because you do know that they come in colors. They come in green. They come in red. It's almost making sense to you that this could potentially be some kind of factual POV, so to speak.
I have heard of this before. I've definitely
get
heard
the
of this
name wrong?
before.
If it's from the slod region of Vanqui, then you know it's a real slod. Otherwise, it's a salad, which is what you're talking about. But
maybe I got the
Makes
name
sense.
wrong or something like that. But
Maybe you're talking about a salad.
yeah,
Then
could
again,
be.
Now, I have heard of salads.
Well,
They are quite delicious.
okay, this conversation is great. However, I should at least forewarn you of something else that well,
I've never heard of a
Uh-huh.
salad being dangerous if you look at it.
Jesus
Not to
Christ.
worry about salads with me around.
Great.
Maybe it's called a salad.
No, it's a slod, I'm sure. I've been there many times. I know what I'm talking about. Just Fonzie.
No, I believe you. I believe I got the name wrong. I just can't think of what other name they would have been called. Salad. I've eaten those all the time. I don't. Must be called something else. Forgive my old brain. I don't know. They are the creatures of limbo. I don't know. We'll call them Limbotians. How about that?
A fine name. A fine name.
A Limbotian.
Well, now I don't know anything that I used to know. This is silly.
You do know that they look like big old fucking frogs, right?
Well,
Like big old claws and teeth and shit.
I'm confused. Those are salads. So wait,
Okay.
you eat them?
No. Well, I mean, I guess you could.
Well, now I
don't
have to
recommend
try it. My curiosity is perked.
All right, boys, it's settled. We're gonna eat a salad today.
Oh, we're gonna toss a mighty salad today.
But you say their name, friend.
As you say that, you
Would
guys
I-
come to a stop.
Real quick, would I know that they have any type of like unique materials if I did get my hands on them?
I was really trying to tell you guys this, but I could not get it out.
There is. You do know, you have heard in your, you have read in your readings, rumors of them holding some kind of gems imbued within them. You don't know, you've never figured out where, but you've heard that there are gems within them.
Curiosity is officially perked.
Darko, go on.
For the treasure hunter in you all, there is a mighty precious stone embedded in all of their foreheads. Now, in this stone, it can be deciphered. You see, much like a tattoo of sorts that shall give you these markings. They are individualized to each one that shall give you past triumphs and conquests of this individual. You know, I don't really understand it. It's all very confusing, but they do seem valuable. For the treasure hunters and you all, you know, These might be valuable
So-
on the third-party market.
So we want to find the salad's dressings. Got it.
Look for the cherry on top, is what he was saying.
Sure.
Cherry on top.
Yeah,
Whatever gets you fucking down there, boy.
As you say that, you arrive at this wow that looks to be quite dry but damp toward the bottom, with like this weird growth kind of vibe happening. Overall, it leaves you in like for the rest of you. Actually, go ahead, everyone but Darko, give me an insight check. Sorry, fix this out there real quick.
Salads are this way.
You said a well?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like a well, but as you look down, it's quite dry up to
Okay.
you guys' insights. Everyone but Varian, who chooses, I'd assume naturally, not to stick his nose in such a potentially stinky location. Someone a bit more of a particular taste. You let the rest of the group hover ever so closely and look down. As you do, as the three of you do, you see that probably about 100 or so feet is dry, and for some reason below there's like this ambiance of light, kind of like speckling in like a unique wavy like motion, as if it was the ocean itself with the moonlight beneath your feet reflecting back up toward you.
I'm gonna walk up next to Varian and kind of like quietly, under my breath, I'm gonna assume that he at least sees some of this light down there. No.
You could sure hope he does, and refer to
Okay.
it and see what he says.
Have you ever come across a beholder?
No,
Actually, I would. No, I don't think my character
you
would
would have
have.
heard of such an you would know that a beholder is a title in your particular court, named very, very specifically after such creatures. But for you, it's more of like a sense of authoritative power. Beholder in the court is the one who sees and knows all. They are like the king's hand, so to speak, if there were royalties in that method of sense, like a highest court of study.
Are you telling me that your king keeps his beholder in a hole out here in the middle of nowhere?
I think the beholder chooses to be in the hole.
What a weird custom this land has. They choose to be in a hole. Is this some kind of wise man thing?
You could say that.
I am interested in speaking with this beholder.
Let me give you a word of advice. Don't look it in the eye.
That is quite rude. You always look a beholder in the eye.
Well, this is gonna be fun then.
With that, Varian's gonna be kind of like confused and off-put by Darko, and then he's gonna like deign to go over and just kind of like do a casual glance down the well.
What are we waiting for? Are we going in well? I jump in.
Okay.
Paquito Mas is no more.
Very
Give me
good.
a performance check as
Down the
you
hole.
dive in. Just give me a little acrobatics. Sorry.
First person to die will for sure be. For sure.
We will be
You guys
Paquito
all
less.
listen. Almost no splash. That's a 9.8. Congratulations, Poquito Mas. Just a little more and you would have got a 10. Just Poquito Mas, you're almost there. A little more practice, but a 9 out of 10. Patsy pulls out a little number score and hides it right after.
I needed just a little
Maybe
more.
he knew there was a submerged tunnel before we did. Patsy saw one as he was collecting samples.
As you comment that aloud to the group, Pokito
Was he that smart? He doesn't
as
strike
you
me as
break
smart.
The surface
He's an
and
interesting one.
fall right through it. You quickly adjust your body in a very favorable way of that to fluids and slide right through into what seems to be lukewarm well water. You find the ground about 15 feet shortly after, and then you float back up to the top. It seems as if this well went quite deep and broke into, as you look, into definitely a ruin. Definitely probably a temple. So far, things seem to make sense. I have something to show you.
Shout up at the team too. But I guess I'll look around first. So visually.
Can I? Okay.
So
Can I light a
imagine
torch and
yourself-
put it in my mage hand and just send it down there?
I would
So
just
we-
literally just say, "Are you coming down?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How do
It's
you
nice
guys get
down
down?
here.
There's no
Very
beach
warm
still.
water."
Yeah. Quick question about
Yeah.
just attunements and items. Can I quickly shift between items that I'd like to use?
Because you don't require attunement and it's immediate, you can, but I think it has a certain time usage. So if you do it like once a day, I think you're totally fine in that sense.
Okay, because I already like have 4 that I can have at any given time.
Yeah. But technically, your skills allow you to instantly attune with an item, so you just would have to drop one.
But I
first
drop
before you
one,
could- you have
and then
unattune
attune. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So I will be unattuning with my leather armor.
You don't have to attune with the leather armor, or do you have
No,
something?
I have a.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a plus. It's a +2
Okay,
leather
gotcha,
armor. It's
gotcha,
just
gotcha.
magical armor, whatever. So I unattune with it, and then attune with my flying boots.
Okay.
Oh.
You got it.
Oh, look at that! The guy can fly.
You got these little Achilles flappers.
Yeah.
And you see him raise himself and slowly lower. Ponzi, Darko, and oh, sorry, he went to the top. I was like, where does character go? Varian. How do you guys choose to get down? It's about 100. So it's guaranteed 100 feet before it hits the water.
Okay. I am just going to take from my pack a rope.
Did Meeker
And then
know,
I want to look around if
provide
there's anywhere I
instructions at
can
all?
tie
Say
it.
it again, Darko.
Did Meeker know, say how to get down at this
Well, I mean,
point?
they're kobolds and they can climb, so you'd imagine they just float down.
They just climb down.
Kobolds would.
Okay.
Varian, go ahead and give me a perception check to see where you think the best branch will be. You know what? Survival. Spice it up. Sorry.
Oh.
If this is higher, I'll let you keep this, but should be the same
Survival.
modifier.
It is not,
It is
because
not.
I have
It's better.
bonuses
See,
in
look
it.
at that. Here, I was hoping. All right. You definitely find a pretty steady stump. You quickly throw a little rope around, 2 little slip knots. Whoop. How long was your rope? Normally, they are 45 to 50 feet.
Yeah, it would be 45 feet. So I would tie
We'll say
that, and
5
then
feet. It was probably 5 feet to tie it, 5 feet from the well. So you got about 40. I'll give you about 40 feet in full decline with your body length. So you're still hanging about 50-ish feet above the water. If you would go down it at this point.
Be a dear. Provide your rope and tie here.
You think I got a rope, sir? Not that kind of guy. I like you, but not that much.
Jump! Jump!
I just actually don't have a rope. I would give you one.
Oh my god, who am I questing with? Darko? Be a dear and provide your rope.
All right, here you go.
Okay, I take that and I'll attach it and do a slip knot to extend the rope even farther, and then throw it down.
Throw it on. That's 90 feet. Yeah, I would have you guys dangling just above the water level. As you guys go down, who goes down first?
Varian will go down first.
All right.
Well, that's my lead. I'll lead him from the front.
Darko will go last.
Okay, I'll go in the middle. That's fine.
Do you drop into the water? Give me a
Yeah, I from 10 feet, I'll drop into it.
Okay.
I
you
make it
see
look like I'm
Baron
wearing a
goes first.
swimsuit, and then I jump
Got
in
it. You got it.
What kind of
Ponzi, go ahead. I mean, sorry, Ponzi. Pokemon,
old-fashioned
give
40s
me
swim?
a perception. Oh, sorry, never mind. It was Glur. Just kidding. I'm trying to get you guys' names right. Glur, give me a perception as you survey the area. Oh, Potsy's surveying it. Give me Potsy's perception, please.
Yeah, I keep forgetting where he's at, but let me find him.
Did
That's
I
right.
have
He's
to
not. He's not
roll
in
anything?
here.
That's right. I haven't added him in here. Yeah, I'll make him.
What the fuck?
I can roll
Why did it do that?
Beyond. Sorry, 1 second.
What are his core stats, real quick? Like his strength.
He's a small creature. Sorry, I have to look him up.
No worries. Just
real
type it
quick,
in.
sorry.
Just type the strength dex. You know, the 6 stats in that, and I could pop them into this one. This one I have here, and then give it to you afterwards. But anyways, so with that, everyone seems to get down. Darko, Ponzi, and Varian, you guys do a decent little mini ball splash. Like a you guys float back up. You guys, do you join them on the solid slabs, or do you guys stay hovering in the water? As it looks like directly.
Yeah, if I see them,
you
I'd swim
will-
over.
Yeah, it looks like you still have to go past the water to go forward. You know, like you guys will at some point have to reemerge, basically.
Yeah.
In some
Okay.
aspect or another. You get just to be fair for what you guys may or may not be planning.
Yeah.
So
I'm a little confused. I'm sorry. Like so like we hit the surface of the water, and then we can see them over there, right?
yeah, you're like so the water.
So
will
we
be
can
right
just swim
here.
over.
You can swim right over. Yes, I'm just
Okay, yeah,
stating
so-
that you will have to get back in the water to continue forward at some point. This is just like more of like your guys' quick pivot out. To
Yeah,
I-
well,
be sitting there.
I wouldn't know that at first, so I'd just climb up and be dripping wet.
You got it.
DM, I
Maybe
just
you can
I
get Vince
took a
on.
screenshot of it and put it in the Discord chat.
Okay.
Of its stats.
You got
Bobsy's fucking outfit.
it. Oh, you got it.
Outfit
And
right.
Darko, do you do the floating disc before you get in the water?
No, I didn't mean to cast that at
Oh.
all. I think I was trying to do something on my ship.
You're just trolling the chat.
Oh, the
Cool.
floating disc
Yep.
would have been cool.
I just can't move.
Oh, gotcha.
His, by the way, Potsy's passive perception is 14. I'm assuming I'm just trying to roll above that. There's no modifiers onto it.
Okay. Well, your perception would just be your wisdom. So your wisdom is a 10. So
Yeah.
no modifier. Yeah.
Yeah. None. So if it's 14, oh, almost. So it's 14, right? Because he's passively just trying to find stuff.
Mhm.
I don't know how passive works. I'm assuming it.
So passive is
If
like
he's
if I
just
have
survey.
something that's a guaranteed discovery, then I give it to anyone who passes the passive. If it's something
Got
that
it,
no
okay.
one meets, then I start having rolls because nobody meets the natural discovery.
Got it.
You should see Posse in the Legacy S2 folder now.
Okay, cool. Yep.
How's
unknown
the
combat-
lighting
Or no.
down there?
Oh, here's Potsy.
Yeah, so the lighting is as you see, like, yeah, there's like a glistening from the water as you're in it. It kind of like seems to be emitting light as you guys finally pop down and join Pokito Moss and
Perception.
Glur on top of this slab. You see up above that there's like this busted opening in the ground somewhere else on the surface, further from the well. There is like a like a pretty decent sized ventilation tunnel that was probably like a sinkhole or some other kind of occurrence that has allowed such light to hit at a solid angle. As you could imagine, you guys are probably closer to, well, you guys wouldn't know, but Darko would know that you guys are probably closer to the coastline cliffs.
This was next to the Jolly Roger the whole time.
Yeah, well, we're down here to make sure that whatever's down here doesn't get up. Let's say that much.
Now, all of you guys go ahead.
Find this.
and
You
give
don't
me
want
a
the
battle
watch
check
to
real
reach
quick.
the surface?
I'm just like
hold
writing
on.
everything down as we go.
I'm gonna. You can keep going. I'm just gonna cast 8 on everybody
Okay,
before we get started.
and that's a D4.
It's everyone gets 5, an increase of 5 to their maximum hit points for 8 hours.
Oh, nice.
Well,
Okay. first attack adds instant 5 bonus damage. Got it.
I don't mind the water. It's not my favorite, but this old man floats.
Water.
Why don't you want the water to reach the surface? I don't understand.
No, not the water. I'm talking about the creatures down here.
Oh, you point the way. I get rid of.
Oh, well, we don't mind that.
Okay, so we add 5, right? Just
Yeah, to your max.
okay.
To our what? Sorry, max hit points.
Max health.
Does that auto heal us to 87 or like to our max too, or like we just have?
Yeah, in a sense, I'd honor it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can be re-healed up to that much too.
Yeah, so it increases your passive max by 5 for 8 hours. So as you guys are standing in here,
I'm gonna
hear some.
Oh, sorry. I'll just type it. It's fine.
Okay. You begin to hear some noises, like some drops. Bloop, bloop. In the distance, all around, kind of like echoes. You can't tell if it's just natural, if it's little pests, if it's even any creatures of concern, or if it's just the ambiance of this place. But there's just this odd crickety creakness to this entire venue.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
shit! I could only pick 3. I'm sorry.
All right, so who do you choose?
Paquito, Varian, and Professor Schmeckle, I guess.
You got it.
Don't pick me.
Don't do it.
Yeah, well, here's why. I was about to cast this on me.
Okay. I mean, it's still I mean, you can stack. But yeah, I can cast on somebody else. That's fine. I'll just give it to myself then. I'm very. No, I can give it to Darko. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I'll give it to Darko instead.
Darko, you're
Yeah.
there? Sure.
With this, since I'm still dripping in water, all of a sudden you see him just like pause for a second, and like a faint like whiteness like blares out of his eyes real quick, and then all of his armor just like frosts over.
All right, nice.
Oh.
Armor back at this. Very nice.
There is so much magic among all of you. It's amazing.
Paquito, it makes you feel a little poquito less.
The little moss is.
But then you remember you do got that WW whatever you want to add to its belt that was provided to you by Glur, and it makes you feel a
Belt
little
is
special.
vanished in midair. I don't have the belt anymore.
It's the bracelet.
Oh, it's
But I have the
bracelet.
bracelet.
I apologize.
Yeah.
See? No. Yeah.
And you look great with it, buddy.
I have a little magic.
Darko, they
Yeah.
told you to lead the way. The map is before you. Lead the way.
I see. I have a gray screen, so hold
Be
on.
right back.
Has anyone?
By the
not
way,
looked
just
at it?
a reminder while we're like out of combat and everything, try to stay near me if you can.
Oh, yeah, you have an
Wait for
aura.
Varian.
Here we go.
Yes.
Here we
Just
go.
scare you guys away. He's like, run for your lives.
Okay. Well,
You good now, Darko, or no? No.
yeah, I can see it now.
So you splash into the water. As you come around
Yeah,
the corner,
I'm
you
just-
see a massive open just layout, just this huge opening before you. And between you and it, easily 20 feet of water.
Till I get to solid land.
Okay. Can I
Sorry, they movie guys.
look around and see if there appears to be anything in this room with us, like as we swim into it?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a insight check.
Run across the water.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
do you need a swim, or can you walk across the water?
I can run on water.
I
So
fucking
you
forgot
walking,
about
or
that
you
one.
walking across the water. Are you running across the water?
I
Yeah.
ran across the water.
Okay, real quick. As you were running across the water, give me a perception check.
Let me also make sure I post it, but I will do the perception check first. It's
Darko?
sure.
As you go to look around and try to be safe about all this, you hear ta 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 ta. Poquito Mas is on the other side. You looked down, Poquito, and as you see, you disturbed some kind of tadpoles of sorts within the water as they all start to fluster around. If you can't see them, that's because they're very hard to see. Poquito Mas. They are, whoops, here, 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 and up here.
My.
Pair.
There are fish in the water. You're all so slow. Hurry up to this side.
Also, Poquito, down this hall you hear like a...
Gross.
And it sounds...
Gross over there. It
Fairly
sounds
loud.
really nasty.
We should probably be quiet.
Okay, no problem.
Can't help those who don't want to be helped.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Oh my
my
god,
God.
we're so dead.
You hear like this heavy footsteps coming from the hall.
Oh shit.
You guys all get one round. We're going to start with everyone but Poquito Mas, since you are the one on the other side. What does everyone do from the other end before whatever's around that corner comes?
Do we see that there's... Can we see the fish in the pond?
Yeah, I mean, Poquito Mas, I'm sure, would have pointed out to you that there's tadpoles. They're actively moving around, so they're not like staying in this spot, but just they're in there. They're small. They're not like massive or anything, but you do see living little sentient creatures.
I guess.
They're
Well,
sentient.
how deep is
Well, like
this
they're
water?
live, you know what I mean?
Can we
Like the little
tell?
tadpoles, they're not like, monsters or anything, I guess. So.
I was like, they could speak.
I mean, maybe. I mean, no one tried talking to them, so.
If
But
we
yeah,
had a druid,
they're
they
alive.
could speak to it.
Yeah.
How deep does this water look like it is?
Based off of where you're standing, you probably guess 12 deepest. With the debris, you could probably get away with a couple spots that are like a foot.
Mm.
I guess.
Do we hear the noise coming from down the hallway, or does it just...
Oh yeah, it echoes. You guys are in a grand opening. Like it's just bouncing off the walls in this place.
I guess like I'm not gonna cross just yet, but I hear something coming, so I'm going to cast spiritual weapon over by Paquito Mas.
Okay.
Are these
so
like
it's floating over there?
platforms? Are these like platforms that we can walk across to our right and to our left?
What do you mean? Sorry,
Why
platforms.
won't it work?
Yeah, so like these areas here.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could walk right here. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's ground.
Yeah, so that's what Darko's gonna do. He's gonna come over to this edge over here.
It won't let me cast spiritual.
Is there shadows or anything like that in this room, or is it all really well lit?
I mean, there's like some shadows coming forward. You'd imagine the further you go in, the less light there'll be because there's a lot of light in here due to the opening above.
Got it. Okay. So Darko's gonna want to try and stick to the shadows where he can.
Okay. At the moment, you feel you're as hidden as you possibly could be in this particular room.
Okay.
Why won't it let me roll it? What the fuck?
What are you trying to
Professor
do?
Glare is gonna hang out behind this like pillar, and I think he's still writing down what's happening. And he literally just wrote down, "Stupid man ran across the
You
water."
have to have a target. Variant.
Oh,
You take notes of Poquito Mas running. One
Yeah.
second, let me take that off. For you.
Very impressive. Very stupid.
so I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon to
What did
be
you want your
like.
spiritual weapon to look like?
It is also just like a glowing bright white warhammer, like an ethereal warhammer.
Okay, I can do.
And it's a giant one. It matches his like two-handed one that he's carrying.
Okay, 1 second. Let me do this. So you want to do an ego booster? 1 second. I can do that for you.
My God, that's a huge weapon just out of light.
Huge weapon.
Huge.
Julivan has truly blessed me.
Are we... Boys, are we nervous about these fish? Not a big fish guy.
Where'd you want it?
We're concerned about this web.
So yeah, it'll be floating like actually right behind him, like over to the side here.
Okay, as you see this,
Like position
this
ready for me to
weapon
like
appear.
cast it forward if I need to.
You got it. You see this weapon appear. Ponzi, what are you doing?
I'm just asking, boys, are we? Oh yeah, fuck. I don't like these fish, boys. I'm gonna. Can I just hold? I'm just gonna hold my action. If I see something come down around the corner, I think I measured it correctly. But if I see something come out over there, can I try to cast blindness on it?
Sure. What kind of spell is that?
You can try anything you want.
I like it.
I'll just put it in the thingy.
That's fine.
You gotta cast it anyways if you're gonna hold it.
Yeah.
Ooh, with that 19
Oh, it's
DC.
30. It's 30 feet. So,
Ponzi
it would have to
talked
get
himself out of a conversation. Jesus, he fooled himself. He's like, I got
Yeah.
this, boys. He really thought he had it, but he's a little
Yeah.
short. Well, we'll see what
I
happens.
guess it's 30 feet. But yeah, I mean, if it gets close enough, if I find it any within that range, I would cast it.
Absolutely.
But at this point, I'm just like holding it.
Pokitomas, you see this massive, adorning, magical, imbued spectral weapon appear before you, and you briefly get distracted. You're just like wide-eyed and awed by this massive amount of magic, as all of you quickly see with almost like a blur. Just crashing into the pillar next to you, Pokitomas. I need a dexterity saving throw, as you guys just see this massive
By
creature just
Julavan!
swinging at this huge glowing spectral weapon. Very nice, Pokito.
Oh my
Where
god.
do you wish to displace
Holy
yourself up to
shit.
10 feet?
Nothing can catch me off guard.
Pokito, where do you can displace yourself up to 10 feet? Where do you have to, where, if you wish to?
I can? Is that a thing that I have?
I'm giving you the choice.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go to the other side of it.
You got it. As you do, you guys see this massive gargantuan-like creature. He's just like staring at it, and then he quickly starts looking around the room. He has like this weird kind of snake-like eyelid cover as it quickly goes as he's staring at each of you, taking you all in, and then he looks to his left. Pokitomas and the rest of you. This isn't like oh, he's fine over there. There's a pretty big looking creature right next to him that's probably standing easily maybe 1.5 feet taller than Pokitomas right now. As he's
Quick
just
question:
there.
since it ran in right next to the spirit weapon, does it have an opportunity
Nope.
attack?
Spiritual weapon does not get an opportunity attack, unfortunately. You get attack when it's first casted, or on your turn as a follow-up for its bonus to move and attack afterwards. So you see this massive slod, or salad, however you guys wish to go about discussing it.
Salad.
Stare around. And I'm
Well,
gonna
I
need you
don't
guys
think it looks delicious.
to roll initiative.
Could be the limboes, what it was called.
Did
Emotions.
blindness get casted?
He's not within 30
I think
feet. He's literally
Yeah, it's not. You didn't get close
just
enough to
outside
me.
the cusp.
Got it.
He would have had it too. I didn't even consider the distance of it. I
Oh,
was
you're
like,
still
45 feet.
goblin cleaver in this. What the heck?
Oh yeah. Oh, we got chosen.
Gross.
Nice.
Oh my
let's
god,
go.
we're all here. Oh, we're gonna fuck up a salad, boys. Where's Henry?
We got Clee. We
Oh.
got everybody.
Oh, no.
Now it's just
My
now
roll
it's just
was
chosen.
Yes. Yeah, just all these people removed. From, like, oof. All right.
Our
wow.
ghosts just come back and just start fucking this thing up.
Yeah.
Darko
Keep my
said not to
initiative
go
roll?
in
I
there.
never roll that good.
Darko said to go in there. In.
now,
He didn't
no,
say
the
to
other
go,
bodies,
not go.
Your guys' other selves. Oh,
Okay, so we're just doing normal rolls for initiative then?
Oh, I got the same roll. That's awesome.
Oh, I got it right.
The exact same roll.
I did way better.
Helped some, hurt none others.
Fight.
Of course.
Holy
Here I am at the
fuck,
bottom
I'm
of the
first.
initiative.
I have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
No,
Sorry.
it's totally cool. Okay, if it's totally cool if it's not, but if on my turn, instead of wasting my slot, I would be willing to jump in the water to get close enough. If instead of just wasting the spell slot, having held it, if I realized I needed to get closer to cast it. But if not, that's totally cool.
You mean like you're willing to jump forward to cast it?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. So you're gonna flail into the water to flick that blindness off.
Yeah.
On your turn, absolutely, Sir Varian
Cool.
Marquise. You see a
Okay.
massive creature that does not look like a salad or tasty, but is red.
Darko, I am
your worst
going
nightmare has already
to.
arrived.
Let me go ahead and select it. Okay, so that way I can do
Didn't take long.
By Julivan's sacred flame, he's gonna cast that upon him, and deal radiant damage to him, and then he's going to have his spirit weapon attack it. Do I have to roll that separate?
You do
I
have
haven't
to roll the
ever used
spiritual weapon, so I don't have the attack built into the weapon yet, so just keep casting
That's
it and
all
don't
right.
use the spell slot. But next session moving forward, your spiritual weapon will have its own attack on it, so you can just click it from there.
I'm assuming I hit with the 22.
That is a hit with the 22, correct?
Okay.
Sacred Flame is a dodge on my end, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Dex saving
damage.
throw, yeah.
I save. So you fire Spiritual Flame. You see it quickly move its like body off to the side as you see it just completely missing. And then as it's looking away and distracted, your spiritual weapon comes and slams it across the side with force damage, just like, and it stands there. It stares at this weapon. And then you see one eye toward you, Varian.
Question: if I did on a bonus here where I could do divine favor, right? Which would be 1 minute. Moving forward, would that also apply to my spirit weapon?
No. Spiritual weapon is its own entity completely.
Okay.
And that's your bonus action to move and attack with it. So you'd have to do divine favor prior or after for yourself to benefit from.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn then.
Poquito más. Sir
I'll
Varian
hold
is
my
quick
other
to
stuff.
think. What do you do as you stand before this salad?
I like salad. Do not like limbo. Arco, what is it called? Screw this. I jab it in the neck.
Yeah, pudge him.
I throw a jab for its neck.
Oh my god, I thought that was the one for a second.
Before we continue with Poquito Mas,
You were
because I
gonna-
want to get this ruling across the rest of the campaign in regards to Poquito Mas. I did some super deep diving when it comes to ki. In the DMG, ki is considered magical.
Yeah.
Meaning anything that would affect magic spells would affect a ki effect. Now, the argument came down to Flurry of Blows and Stunning Strike. Because though you have to use ki to do it, we know that that's very physically possible without the sense of magic imbued. So what I'm proposing is any ki features you use outside of those two are considered magical necessities. Like you need to be able to function with magic at that time of casting it. Almost every time you should be able to, but in the event there was like an anti-magic field or a counterspell or something like of that nature, it can affect your key features, except Stunning Strike and Flurry of Blows, because those are just physical attacks. They really aren't magical in any way. That's just you pushing yourself to the next performance level. But does that sound fair to you?
Glad we set the rule early. I mean, it's DM ruling, so I'm cool.
Well, it's actually the book that says it, but I don't want to make
then
everything
even
magical,
better.
because then I can
It's-
negate your Flurry of Blows and your Stunning Strike, but I feel like that's a little OP for me, because I could just totally just, mess up your entire monk, which I don't think is fair. But some things, like, it's like, oh, Shadow Walk or whatever the fuck, teleport, that makes sense. It seems magical. You know what I mean?
It's
But
cool
just
if
to
you
be
want to do
clear,
it for everything. I won't cry. It'll
no,
be
the
alright.
big argument was that Stunning Strike and Flurry of Blows is just punching. Why would you be using magic to punch more? Like, how am I going to stop that? It doesn't make sense, So just so you're aware, if and anything in the future falls into that weird, can it affect ki? Anything but those two things. So
Flurry Blows is like anyone ever watch One Piece where you'd be like fifth gear?
I just started that and I haven't been able to get into it, but I'm trying. We're making all the devil fruit. I'll show you guys a picture later.
Carrie and I are through 768 episodes
Jesus.
now.
Holy crap!
That's
Like,
a,
We've
yeah.
been watching for 6 months.
man.
Yeah.
You're
That's
catching up still.
amazing.
You're almost done with it though. Isn't there only like that many episodes? Isn't it still?
There's
still on?
There's like
1,198.
Kidding.
Yeah,
Okay,
1,200.
yeah.
Never mind.
So
I think, guys,
he's a little over halfway through.
there's even
Well,
more.
Then you guys are gonna have to buy all the devil fruits that we make. You guys seem to be the fans that we're making them for. Right.
I'll buy Carrie one. She'll love it.
I'll show it to you guys later. So, Pokidomas, you make your first strike. You hit this blubbery kind of smooth-like textured skin. It seems to almost absorb your force. Though, give me the damage and any other things you wish to do.
I'll add stunning strike on top.
Absolutely.
I hit I
that
jab him
correct.
into the neck,
Let's see. Give that
and I try
one.
to.
Well, hold on, don't roll yet,
incapacitate
because if your stunning strike lands, then boom, doesn't land. You see just as you pull your hand back, you just see it. It does not seem to have held.
All right. Well, then do a slice to his jugular again.
You guys see Pokidomas just like, and this thing's just standing there taking the hits.
Well, he appears very fast.
All right.
Oh. God,
Oops, click the wrong thing.
let's slice him right good from that jugular. Let me get it. Let's see what we get.
Oh, you got it! And he's just like, you hear like a
Now I
slow
come
breath.
with the haymakers because he's going down.
And then you follow up. You get a good spot. He seems to be standing almost still. As you uppercut him. Or how did you? What was the flavor for that one? Sorry.
Oh, now I'm going haymakers. So as
Yeah,
soon
you're
as
just
he's,
throwing haymakers. Beautiful.
I'm going. Pull my arms back.
You
Going
guys
back.
see Pokidomas going wild on this thing, just smacking the shit out of it. Darko, you are actually impressed. You're like, holy fuck, we might stand a chance. Yet this thing still stands. It's just like it's like groaning as you're getting these punches in on it, but it can't do anything about it. Very nice. Kutsa. Anything else you wish to continue?
Wipe the sweat from my brow.
So undignified.
I can sell this guy. This guy's gonna make us some money.
Professor Lure, you see this creature standing in almost a very still-like sense.
I am going to ready my crossbow. And I'm gonna shoot it with a crossbow.
You see Professor
Is
Glur
it stunned
pull out
right now?
a unfolding crossbow that
Advantage
normally
on
have.
everything.
And he comes around the corner and you see a twang. Fire away, sir.
Let's see what happens.
Got a bunch of magical characters and he busts out a crossbow.
I mean, I don't know how much
That was great. I didn't
of
even see
these.
that coming.
I was like, I don't know how much we
That's
have
not what
going
I
on.
planned.
So
I was like, that's a good approach.
he is stunned, so it is an advantage, right?
Correct. Mhm.
Got it. Does a 17 hit?
It sticks. He doesn't make any motion of a response, but give me the damage. He's stunned, but you see it. You see Pokidomas from your end, just this little like toothpick stick right toward like his lower waist area, not necessarily his butt, but just high enough to where you're pretty impressed. You're like, you almost got him. You feel almost congratulatory.
Yes.
Yeah,
I knew this would come in handy one day.
And with that, I'm just seeing if there's any bonus action stuff that I want to do. I don't think I have any bonus action shit. I'm gonna move Potsy. I'm gonna have him kind of crawl across the wall. I believe he has how many? He has 30 fly movement, so he can, if he's with me,
Should be able to go like here.
I'm gonna have him be on the ceiling.
Okay.
Try to be concealed, if you will. And then I'm going to quickly move back and over and try to get behind this pillar here. Or out of his line of sight, if you will.
All right.
Valerian and Ponzi both just like see me walk under their legs.
Just like kind of scamper by.
Yeah. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Sounds good. Ponzi. You see everyone do a mild display of their feats. You got a lot of silver tongue going. What do you plan to do?
Like I said, I fucking jump forward 5 feet.
All right.
And get close enough to cast silence on him. And basically, I just give a command. I go, or not silence, blindness. I go, hey, bud, close your eyes for me.
As you say that, you guys hear that. You guys all look kind of confused, and then you hear a splash as Ponzi goes in. And it's a con save?
Yeah. I can recast it if it makes it
easier. You're good. It fails as you cast it. Correction. Excuse me. 1 second. I get advantage at that.
Oh my
it
god.
passes. As you cast it over, you guys just kind of see the creature. Well, not really you guys, so to speak, as Bukito Moss and Potsy see its eyes kind of like. He's like standing there because he can't move, but you could see that he's like trying to figure it out, and then his eyes clear. And he stares directly at Bukito Moss. Ponzi, you hit the wall.
God damn it.
Ponzi, can you give me a dexterity saving throw, please? As you are now waddling in a flail-like position because you kind of didn't exactly go in with the perfect dive. Oh my god.
Nice.
I look.
Yeah, and you're for sure like
I've
at
read the
least
bathing
5
suit
feet.
already, so.
You, like piranhas, feel these weird little tickles at first. And then you start moving around, and with your nat 20, you're able to stay in like a forceful motion in the water to keep kind of pushing these tadpoles. They're almost kind of like moving and kind of swaying with the water because they are tadpoles. They're not nothing significant, but they are coming for you. And because of your 20, you're able to sway and keep them away. But if you stay in that water any longer, they're going to keep trying. Darko, half of your team is impressive. The other half is questionable. You don't know where this is going because it was going really good, and then someone fell in the water voluntarily. Yeah. So what do you do?
Okay.
That was great, Ponzi.
Question on. Well, I'm going to cast Hex on him, I think, but it says an ability when you cast a spell, the target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability. So would that be like a dexterity saving throw?
If you choose that you choose dex, like dex, con. You just choose the flat stat, and then anything that correlates to that stat is at a disadvantage.
At a disadvantage. Okay, so I will cast Hex on this dude.
Okay.
Okay. All right, and then I'm gonna choose.
You chose what ability? Sorry.
I'm choosing fucking wisdom. That's what I'm choosing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. Fucking doing this, right?
Yeah, that absolutely is. As you cast Toll the Dead, and to nobody's understanding, because no one really Toll the Dead is such a special spell that it's not seen, but it's affected by the one being affected by such. This slot is just like Pukito Moss, you just see something inside his eyes, beyond his physical aspect, in his mind go kaput. You see almost this deathless stare at you, and then this receding area about it's like right about the center area of his head. You see this weird kind of bulge push up, almost as if it's like submerging up from like a vat of jello or sorts. And then you see the slab just fall to its knees, and then collapse to the side onto the floor before you. Dead.
What just happened?
Oh shit!
Well, that was rather unimpressive.
Not yet. No one knows what happened, but Darko definitely took care of business.
What happened?
Combat has come to an abrupt end as a weird echo of just like
I
just
believe
let out from like the extra gases held within the frog-like kin.
Close.
I
I
believe
try to grab his big mace.
the monk must have scared it to death.
It very well could have been a special arrow that I used that helps compress the brain.
Everyone immediately takes the credit for the kill.
Yeah, it was
Actually,
weird. I
correction.
didn't see what happened.
Ponzi, you pop
Yeah,
out of the
I'm in the
water. As you do, you see that this thing's down. It was you, but you also have little tadpoles at your feet. So give me another. What is your attempt? Are you swimming through, or are you swimming backwards? I guess is the better question.
At this point, I'm already in the water, and I already said I meant to do it, so I've got to follow through with it. So I'm just going to swim across the other
Okay,
side.
give me another. This one's gonna be a con save as you're wading through the water. They are attempting to attach.
Oh, shit, they're like leeches or something. Oh my
Holy
god.
Damn, Ponzi, my god.
Wow.
He's a net falling in. He's a net swimmer.
A natural
He's
gambler, you
cock.
might say.
I mean, yeah, talk about a risk taker. Jesus,
Loaded
I'm just trying to hurt
dice.
him. Come on, Ponzi.
With me, boys, we'll go far.
I thought it was the fetal mouse that got him in the water, but it's Ponzi and he's getting out of it. All right, Ponzi, you wade through. You pull yourself up. You guys all see this little like slew of tadpoles, and then they just kind of sway away from the sides. Professor Glur flies over.
See why you swim, because you do it so well. But I tend
Thank
to
you
go
very much.
over the water.
I was on the swim team in school as a boy. I won every medal, never lost a match. A swimming match, I believe they're called.
Swimming match, yeah.
Varian's gonna walk over to Darko.
Okay.
And Darko,
Hmm.
do you by chance have any means of flying across?
Well, I do, but you see, if I did, about every creature in the netherworld would hear me, so we're not going to do that.
Are you saying I must deign get myself wet again on this fool's errand?
Yeah, if you don't mind, I'll catch a ride on your back.
I do mind.
Oh,
Varian's just gonna dive in without him.
And I'm going to jump in right after him and attempt to jump on top of him.
Can I do at
Yeah,
least a check
give
to
me
try to
a-
like
give me
prevent him?
It'd be an athletics for Varian in the water and a acrobatics for Darko trying to jump on him. Like this is kind of like that surfboard body thing you guys did as kids, I assume.
Yeah, so you said acrobatics for me?
Yes.
They look like they're very good friends.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is
like
not
a
going to
little-
go well, boys. Well,
Sir Varian manages to kick off the wall right when Darko goes to plop and just. As that's happening, I'm actually gonna roll these against you guys now because we're distracted. One second. Dun, dun, dun. Sir Varian, you are first.
Just for backstory, my guy should be a very strong-looking swimmer, based off of where he's from.
Strong looking.
were you on the swim team too?
Oh my god!
What a bite.
All right.
Oh.
So, you,
Very
Sir
well
Varian,
with
as you
that.
start swimming through, you're wading, and as you are, you feel one, you kick it off. You feel another one on your arm. You swipe it. A third, and then a fourth gets you on the cheek. Oh, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Don't worry. For 5 points of piercing damage on your cheek, Darko. Sir Varian,
My
you managed to
bloody
get out of the
Julivan's
water.
arse.
Darko. Yeah,
How you doing, Bart?
coming in on you. 1 second.
You'll see some blood coming off his
I
cheek.
have a feeling I'm not going to be as lucky as Sir Varian was.
So far, no.
Yeah.
That's an initial 5.
Huh. Oh my god!
God
That was gonna
damn.
be a 1. Huh.
Darko's a snack.
Who
You
just
guys
watched Darko get eaten by piranhas in front of us?
Darko just. Oh my god.
Cool episode 1, guys.
Episode 1, Darko dies to piranhas.
So why were we down here again? The guy died. Should we leave?
So help me find Santa Claus and the holiday horde, but he down here and died? I don't understand.
It's unbelievable.
I just did 19 points of baby damage to Darko with
Oh my god.
with
Okay, we're gonna come
CR18
over here.
characters. So I feel pretty accomplished by that.
Jesus Christ.
You guys see Darko just get mauled by it. As he gets out, he just like these little tadpole like leeches just latched onto him as he's yanking them off.
Son of a bitch!
Glitter. Now are you just diving in? I'm giving you this one.
No, I'm pulling out. No, I'm pulling out my alchemy tools, like
Okay.
magnifying glass. Like I'm getting tweezers and shit, and like taking little bits of samples of the skin and blood, and like testing, seeing like.
And are you proficient with
I
medicine?
actually take out gloves. Yeah, I am proficient in medicine.
Now, as you look at this, you realize that this is not a simple task. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check first. Darko.
Okay.
You hear Zephyr going, and this is in your mind, so nobody else hears this.
Mhm.
Oh, man,
Since I have
buddy.
my alchemy. Oh, sorry.
Buddy, you kind of got to survive to get the power, you know what I mean? Maybe don't swim with the fishes.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That
I didn't
little
have
one
any
there,
other way, though.
why is he touching it? I wouldn't touch it. I definitely wouldn't touch it, Darko. You've seen what they do. Give me that Arcana. What were you saying? With the
Since I do have my alchemy tools, I am proficient in Arcana. Would I be adding the +5 to it?
Sure.
Oh, shit. Oh. Little man, I would not touch that if I were you.
Professor, as you address it, you know that approaching this is a high risk. It's possible to get it out, but this is like extreme operation.
That's for the stone, right?
Yes.
I'm less interested in the stone, more interested in the body parts, blood, all that other stuff.
Give me
The
a
stone
medicine check.
itself, if I understand, right? Like if I understand what you're saying, then I would know that I don't have enough tools on me to do anything.
No, it's possible. It's just something you can't make mistakes on. Like making a mistake is costly to the individual doing the surgery, kind of thing.
I'm gonna see how the first
about
start
surgery.
goes.
How long will you be desecrating this body?
This is just for the general like skin, blood. I'm gonna do a flash of genius on this and add 5, so it'd be an 18.
Okay.
We are
As-
standing around watching him.
This is for like the initial
Yeah,
stuff.
the
So
body,
we're gonna
yeah,
see how this.
generally the creature. As you start touching upon the creature and you try to like go in with the minor incision, you feel this like this like psychic presence over you. As you make the first incision, you immediately feel the sting as if you cut them, you had just cut yourself. 1 second. As you go, you take 17 points of psychic damage immediately against you. As you can choose to continue.
I definitely told you not
But
to touch
until you
that.
pass this, you will be taking damage during the entire procedure.
Professor, why you scream?
Till I pass.
Like, and yeah, until you like, you can continue to doing this and taking damage as you successfully harvest it, or you pass this check and get better at what you're doing, basically. So as you continue, you will have to keep checking a medicine check. And every time you
Got
fail,
it. So
you are
I
harvesting.
did not succeed the medicine check at 18.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, got it. I think I'm gonna go back for one more go.
Okay.
Can I bardically inspire him?
How so? I mean, yeah, but how?
I just look at him and I go, just go. You're the best kata in the world I ever seen, pal. Don't know what you're doing. Hope you do it good. I don't know. Just
Alright.
encourage him.
You feel better about it.
Yeah, so I will. Is it
You're also
1d4?
very gross.
It's a D10.
Whatever
Oh, it's a
it is.
D10. Okay, 1d10 plus 5. Sounds good. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay, yeah. There we
I
go.
will do Flash of Genius on this as well. So 20.
All right, 1 second. Let me read something real quick. Oh crap! What did I do? Hold on. Try to look at your character real quick because I want to make sure that I don't do anything wrong. How do I see where this is? Gosh, this is 1 second. Sorry. I'm going to have to look at that. Okay, I'll follow up with it. So out of 20, you managed to find a spot where it seems as if there's like this corrosive vein, magical like vein, parasitic existence within this creature that seems to be responsible for the damage that you initially took. As you start to avoid such parasite, you do manage to get about 4 good chunks of poisonous flesh.
Cool. I will carefully wrap it in protective
Okay. Like, yeah.
material that I would have on me and kind of just put it in my bag. From there, I'm going to go ahead and drink one of my elixirs as well.
All right, which one?
One of my just experimental elixirs.
Okay.
Mango fizz.
We'll see. We'll see.
Are you done with the body now?
So the drinker gains +1 bonus to AC for 10 minutes. So I get that, and then 2d6 temp. 2d6 plus something.
It's been a lot of time watching you destroy this body. Gross.
2d6 plus 5, sorry.
Okay, wait.
All right.
Is there any sort of like magical aura or anything like that around it right now?
Okay, so 12 temp.
Yeah, you do pick up that there does seem to be like a magical aura.
And then should I just change my armor to 19 for now, or?
Yeah, that's okay. You just gotta bump it up real quick.
Okay. I don't know how to do it. It won't let me.
So
Whatever.
if you click on the shield on your character sheet, it'll pop up, and you just
It doesn't.
switch from equipped. Like you see a calculation, click the equipped, and go to flat.
Okay.
And then you can manually put in what you need,
Oh, got it. Okay.
or just add
So it'd be
a
19.
modification. So, Varian,
Oh.
you were checking out the halls, eh?
Yeah,
Excellent,
just kind of
finally,
like
we
exploring
found-
around.
Let's go.
Both of you, are you guys just willy-nilly checking things around, or are you guys doing anything? In
I'm-
I'd be looking, seeing if I saw anything interesting.
Varian, give me a wisdom saving throw. And Poquito Mas, give me a wisdom saving throw, please. As Darko,
Okay.
you look around, and 2 are missing.
Shit.
Down the hall. Poquito Mas, you feel this quick little flare of anticipation come over you, but then quickly brush off as if nothing any longer. It's like kind of you got like a bit of anxiety, worry, and then it just faded. However, Serverian, you, sir, as you are walking and kind of checking out the halls, you pass out. You guys all hear just a quick little thud. You are not unconscious. You did not lose it. I mean, you're unconscious, but you're not dead. You did not lose HP. You are asleep. To everyone else, they are unaware. But just so that you're at ease, Varian, you are asleep in this current state. Poquito Mas.
Do I get a short rest?
Unaware and
That's how long it takes. Poquito Mas. Darko and Ponzi, you guys hear this collapse as Professor Glur is cleaning up their tools and preparing all their stuff for retravel. You all look down the hall immediately ahead of you and see Serverian on the floor.
What the fuck?
Kick him in the ribs.
Interesting.
Do you kick him in the ribs with a force, or do you kick him in the ribs as a nudge?
Like a
I take
nudge.
up my.
Like, hey, what are you doing down there?
Boss, get
You
up.
hear like a quick little kind of what? Varian, you do come back the moment Poquito Mas shuffles you about a bit.
I was having the most wonderful dream. I was
Is,
out of this stink hole.
is there anything around that I see that? I mean,
Weird
obviously, I
distance.
know what's down here, but is there any indication around that? You know,
Give me a perception check. Or an investigation. I'll allow you to decide.
okay, I'll do investigation. Fucking needed it.
You look around. You see 1, 2, 3 slits wide enough for, say, someone to peek through.
Is this a wall right here?
Where?
Like
this?
you're talking like the slits? Is it like
Yeah.
through a wall?
It's like a
Okay.
It's like a beat up excuse me, wall. So if you were to poke your head through, 1 second. Let me just
I will do one better. Hold on.
okay. Ooh.
Just one better though.
Yeah, right. So I'd like to see if I can see through this wall without having to peek through
That's
and
awesome.
see what's on the other side.
Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome.
1 second. Let me fix
Holy
it.
shit.
That's so cool. So
Okay.
for a solid minute,
So,
you can see through walls.
As you do this,
Mm-hmm.
Darko,
Holy fuck, that's cool.
as you do this, something happens as you cast this spell. As you do it, you feel that your vision is reaching further than it should. It is not applying to the standard array. You immediately just get overwhelmed with this information as you cast this, and you goddamn knew you were right. Oh, fuck. You are in the belly of it. You definitely... click on your character token, I apologize.
Yep, I see it. Okay.
Oh,
God damn. God fucking damn. Okay.
God.
And then...
God
It's
damn it.
Darko.
You know, I just remembered I was supposed to be able to attack twice on every turn.
A little late.
Darko, Glur, and wait, where's... Oh, he's on the floor. That's right, just kidding. Glur. What are you doing real quick? Before any of you guys continue, Glur, do you go in the same way or no?
No, I'm gonna stay back here again. I'm just like hyper cautious. But I am gonna send Potsy down on the ceiling down this way to just peek in.
Okay, have Potsy give me a perception check. It'll always be perception for Potsy because they're like a mechanical construction, right?
Correct, yeah. 11.
Perfect. They peek inside, and they see a ton of growth. There's growth all over these pillars. It's just, like it's like stodgy in here, though it's
he's
not
gonna go
flooded.
up. So he's gonna go up on the ceiling, and then is there more like wall that he'll just like? He's not gonna go in much further.
Okay,
he'll
so
just
he
sit
kinda
on
goes
the
up to
top.
So he just hovers up there. Yeah, it's about a 30-foot high ceiling as he does, and it looks like it's a T section of a room, and just tons and tons of growth just in the room, just completely alive. In a sense or another.
All
right. Darko, with your hypersensitivity, uncertain why these things are happening, you immediately sense things almost vanishing as quick as you notice them. And new things appearing almost quicker. 1 second.
Oh, hey. A frog came out.
Oh, that was an accident.
Yeah. I was going to go in there anyways, so it doesn't really matter.
You see the sense of approach. As you look down the hall, Bokito Mas is touching the door.
I'm about to head in. You better stop me.
No, motherfucker. If I can, I am going to fuck, how am I gonna stop him from doing this?
Oh, actually, you can see through also.
I can see through the walls, yes.
Sorry, that should be better for... Nope, that didn't work. Let me see. I'm trying to mess with the new sensors on there, but the outline works for now. Varian, or do you get up off your butt?
Yes, I would get up and I guess brush myself off, and then I would look up Ponzi.
Fuck, that
Ponzi,
shit keeps fucking.
what just happened? Ponzi's gone.
Ponzi's just like you get totally ignored by the
course,
most charismatic character there is.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. My bad. I don't know what happened. I was gone.
I just asked you what happened.
He doesn't know. He wasn't here.
Yeah, my bad, guys.
No, good. After being ignored by the most charismatic person, and I'm the second most charismatic person, I'll be a bit offended and just start walking down the hallway,
You got it.
muttering about this is why you can't get good help.
Poquito más. And the rest of you see
can
a
I
small
pretend
Santa
I-
Claus distracting. As
Oh!
he's punching at nothing.
What?
Go ahead,
He's
Ponzi.
not
Come away
here.
from the door.
Oh,
damn it.
you trick me again, Jolly
Over
Claus.
here. One
All
of
right,
those frogmen to eat you, goddammit. Step away from the door.
Frogman.
Yes.
The dead
Yes,
frogman.
the one, the one that was just, out here behind that door that you're just about to go through.
You guys hear the door.
Good thing it's
You see two of these
a
dudes just
sturdy
like,
door.
trying to fit in together as they're just like pushing against each other, and then the blue one squeezes out behind the ahead of the red. You guys are going
God
to
damn
their
it.
initiative.
Roll for initiative.
Yes. What
If I see that,
Psycho. Psychic. Psycho.
could I get a quick reaction? Not to do any
Oh my
type of action,
god!
but
I
just
rolled a
to step back.
1.1.
how far?
I'm still sleepy.
To step back like behind the body of the other one, essentially, to kind of hide behind it.
What?
Okay.
Weird. It rolled me twice.
Yeah, it means you get to go twice.
Oh. Nope.
Is it your spiritual weapon? Maybe.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's, no,
Oh, I thought that got disengaged.
Yeah, it got dis.
I don't know.
I don't know how you got in there twice.
It keeps telling me
And
there's
then-
no active combat encounter.
I was
That's
trying
why
to move
can't roll my-
Potsy back. Could have been, if he saw nothing, he'd be on his way.
Oh my god! And I kept the 1.1. Cool.
I don't know if you want to get like 10 feet or whatever moving till that happen or not.
I'll bring him down 20 feet because he went up to 30 you mentioned last. So
Yeah.
he's down to 10 feet on the wall still, or 11 feet, whatever that number is right there.
Yeah, and then he'd be on my turn. Obviously, he'll be making his way back.
Okay. Darko, you don't see yourself in
Making
initiative?
his way back down.
Yeah. Oh,
There it is.
no. No.
And
That can't be it.
A -1.
There it is.
Go on.
You will go after the fight is over.
you see pop out yet again another form of a beastly-like creature. This one, for whatever reason, I somehow did not put the blue one in here, but this is what you see. If it was blue. I have a blue picture, but I don't know what I did with it. So you see this, the blue. As
Holy
looking
shit.
excited.
Is that behind? Oh, I thought that was behind us. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry, I was just dropping a picture.
I thought that too. I was like, well, Glur's dead.
I was like, what party white fuck?
It was an honor serving with you boys.
Poquito más. What do you do? There are más.
The cloud can see the future. I am so happy that we are together now. Cannot wait. Work with you, my friend. I will jab this frog for you.
When that happens, my guy's just like, huh? Because he's waking up clearly
Yeah,
with
he's
a
still
1.1.
dazed.
A little stun. Let's see if I hit a nerve. This is the open palm technique.
Absolutely get him. He's just like.
And the second attack will be.
You hear his
spin
digestive
attack
system kind of churn.
and I smack him with the outside of my fist.
You guys hear that?
Our
open
smack.
hand, as there's just like this little brief Poquito Mas hand marker on the belly of this creature, and then
I fucking
he fades
love
away.
this.
The backhand
Poquito Mas
fist
is
so
just
that he would
slapping
push
the
him
shit
out
of
of my way, basically so that I run past him at the next one. I backhand fisted him really hard so that he's out of my way. So that I run past him and will punch the next.
Okay. You kind of
Come in. Come
put
for you.
yourself in between them. I love it.
Oh shit.
You are flanked, motherfucker.
And then you turn around.
Yeah, but there's one of them.
You absolutely make contact on him.
I do? Okay, cool.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been an
And I'll
advantage
stun.
also.
I'll fight this stun. Open palm technique. Not really the open palm. Thanks, Drake.
Saves.
Does indeed. We'll try again, but this time I'm going to do those weird things where they like move fingers. And
Oh, like the little
Sweet.
pressure points.
I'm trying to
You're
do
gonna
pressure
pow
on a frog.
You're gonna pow him. Oh, nice. As you're like, he's pissed. You tickled the wrong creature.
You
Use
touch
the
him in the
wrong
wrong places. You touch him in the bad spots.
That not the right hole? Oh, my bad. My bad.
Anything else, Poquito Mas?
I stand right there. And in his face.
It stares at you. And with insanely fast speed from below, you see one of its hands, because it's kind of like hands down and just swings up.
Is that the which one's the stunned
Isn't
one?
this one stunned?
The blue
Yeah,
one's
the
stunned.
one behind me is stunned. I could have ran backwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not Keto Moss's style. Somebody's gonna have to tell him to stop just standing in front of enemy.
Got it.
Sorry, I was using the red one.
I love that he's completely opposite of Alistar. I give you that.
I know, right?
So does the
Let's try something
blue
else.
does the blue salad do anything?
Yes, he breaks the stun, but he does not have his turn, though he is now free
He
for
can break the
reaction.
stun?
At
I'm
the
screwed.
no, correction, sorry, I apologize. It's at the end of your turn. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Your stun is different. He stands there. He is considered a force blocking your way. Due to your attack, I allowed you to pass him. The rest of your party will not have that same luck, but you are more agile in the sense of your movements. But because he's stunned, he is considered a block between your allies and you, though. You could move. Darko. You see Poquito's Mas' feet tap dancing between the two slots. Or salads. It seems he's getting his workout of a feast before him.
Okay, sorry, my shit is all fucked up today. I'm having trouble loading the server right now.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Okay.
You guys lost Dargo. He saw too
Yeah.
far into the structure that it consumed all of
I
him.
don't know what the
It drove him
fuck is
crazy.
going on here.
All of us.
Sometimes you see too much.
This is like a
Dargo,
perfect week to get everybody with lightning. Get all of
actually,
us.
I know.
They're 30 and
That's right,
35
man.
feet from you. And both of them are in your view.
Shit. You actually getting in between them like totally threw off what I was actually gonna do.
Yeah, that threw off what I was gonna do too.
Everyone's like, well,
Apologies.
fuck, let's kill Poquito Mas.
Keto Moss is not a smart man.
Fuck, man.
Not a
you
wise. I'm wise.
You're not that
Um,
wise.
Not so wise. But I have
Okay,
the
here we
wisdom.
You like, yeah, you like ran in there and then you were like, I should not be here.
I'm still staring at my fingers. It did not work.
Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is on the blue one in front is I will cast Hex on the one in front. Let me see here. I think I have a choice, do
Alex flexing on us.
I?
I'm just trying to breathe, guys.
Yeah. With some skin. It's an
Okay.
OnlyFans.
So, potential for
And then
Yeah.
I am going to cast Mind Sliver on this one.
Oh.
Oh yeah, and then the hex I'm gonna have it'll be the intelligence attribute that he'll have disadvantage on.
The what?
And
Intelligence,
for
you mean? Oh, like what you're using your
yeah,
spell for?
intelligent
Okay.
for this. Yeah, the hex for. Sorry.
You got it.
God damn
Oh
it.
my god, with a -2. It would have had advantage, so that's why it was flat, by the way.
Okay.
It fails.
That's a fail. That looks sweet.
Oh,
So, oh wait, is this considered? Let me see real quick. Oh, it's just does damage, right?
I think
Oh,
it's
so
a
1d4 from its
Yeah.
next saving throw. Okay, that's what it does.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. 1d4 next save. Okay, you got it. So, you see
hey
this.
guys, I'm gonna go file my taxes while I wait for my turn.
he shakes his head and just like. But you seem to have quivered at him in some sense. That would have been a total of 12 damage with the 4 from the hex. Not too shabby. Anything else? Oh, that's what I forgot to do. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually use anything else right now. So yeah, that's gonna be it.
You got it. Ponzi.
Okay. All right. I just yelled duck. At Paquito Mas.
Paquito Mas.
Oh
That's
no,
another
I don't
thing
have to
means.
yell duck. I'm sorry.
Just kidding. He doesn't have to use duck.
I cast Fairy Fire.
Okay.
I can roll for 2.
You don't have to roll. What do you mean? Oh, it's 10 foot radius.
Any creature.
Yeah. Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, 1 second. The blue one's lit. Poquito Mas. Roll for me.
Right.
The red one doesn't know because the blue one gets hit. Yeah, it just filters over everybody. So the blue one stands there, and as you throw this, it hits
Take
the
half
blue one on the shoulder. What are you doing? There's
Still
no
get half.
damage. You're just
No
It's not damage.
no,
It's
you're just lit
you know.
up, and now you'll.
You're just lit up. You're outlined. You have a
Yeah.
glow. You just went Super Saiyan. You think you just went Super Saiyan?
Yeah.
Give me
Now,
magic
so all
power.
of you, everyone. So, but now everyone has advantage on attacks against everyone in the
Against
that's lit
Poquito
up.
Mas. Yeah, absolutely.
That's true, but also the other guys. But yeah.
No, I'm only looking at Poquito Mas. Oh,
Yeah.
I made them 2 fairy. Hold on. Sorry, I made them disappear.
That's some serious fairy sparkles going on. Love
yeah,
it.
so you see
Most powerful thing I've ever been given.
you see Ponzi throw a fairy fire, and then everyone just disappears, and the fairy does poof. No, you throw it and hits the slot, and he's just like, he just looks at his body, and you just see this little glow slowly start to come, and as you do, you see behind them, Paquito Mas, and then the red one. They're all glowing. Very nice, Ponzi. Very nice. Anything else, Ponzi?
Yeah, I'm gonna bardically inspire Varian.
All right.
I go, you got this, boss. Knock one out for me, eh? And I just like slug him on the shoulder, but I'm like, I fucking hope, please kill this guy. So I bardically inspire.
Professor Glur. You hear from
And
down
you
the
get to
hall,
use-
and go ahead,
I'm
sorry.
so far down the order though.
Yeah, I know, but you're my boss.
Was that Ponzi? He gets the what?
I was just gonna say, remember with this one, if you use it and it doesn't make you succeed, you get to keep it.
Got it. And that's every time, or just the first time?
Every time.
You got it. So, Professor Glur, you see down the hall a commotion and some flashing lights and now some glowing. Everything looks like a shit show down there. Everything looks very large and does not look like you want to be down there for any reasons. And Poquito Mas disappeared between them. What do you do?
I will. I'm gonna no. I'm gonna go ahead and move up 10 feet, just to kind of be right here, as I can see like everyone's kind of between me and them. And then I am going to cast. Do I detect that they have any metal on them or anything? Can I see any metal on them, or are they just like?
They're pretty physical body. They got some leathers, if that. I mean, a small locket.
I didn't hear
Nothing
anything you said.
significant. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I missed that part.
That's
so,
fine.
Like, they're like just small leathers, like mostly leathers and pure flesh. Their weapon, they have a weapon with the metal spearhead, but the staff is wooden. And the other one, the other one just uses his claws and his, his physical body. So they're not wearing any actual metal, in that sense.
Okay, got it. I am going to do. Go ahead and you cast Ray of Sickness. Okay, hold on. Sorry. On this guy, I guess, because I can see him within range. Ray of Sickness. Right here. Cast it at 1. Cast spell. It's an advantage, correct? I do have a 5, so I'm I'm going to be using. Yeah, I'm going to be using my alchemy tools.
Yeah, you make an attack first, so go ahead.
Yep. Okay, so advantage. This is 27 hit.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to do normal. 13.
Takes 13 points of damage. You fire this ray of sickness. You see this like enfeebling ray come over this glowing creature, and it's just like.
And then I guess it needs to make a DC 17 con.
If fairy fire, does it fall off after they get hit the first time, or does it stick for a minute?
Nope, it sticks.
Just kidding. Okay.
As long as I concentrate on it.
Okay. Sorry, that con's not final. I have to roll one more time.
Yeah, that's fine.
I got distracted by freaking pawn.
All good.
All right, fails. As he's just kind of like, this dude is this poor slod. He's just standing there, just stunned, getting soaked in this sickness, getting hexed and cursed. He's just experiencing all the negative effects of being evil. At 13 points of damage, he is also now considered poisoned. Anything else?
And
Potsy will have Potsy give me a dexterity saving throw as they go to leave.
Saving throw.
Is Potsy like is it just like a construct that understands but can't speak, if I'm not mistaken?
It is. It's considered a small creature. It has
not a
hit
construct.
Points, and it's.
I mean, no, but is it considered a construct? Because if it's a construct, it doesn't mean it can speak, but it can understand your language.
Correct. Yeah. It can like tap and give me signals,
like Morse code, etc. Yeah.
Okay.
You hear S-O something down the hall. It's Potsy.
Pick Potsy. Oh well. I guess I'll have to reconstruct him. Well, that's a bummer. Well, then I will move the rest of my movement inside.
You poke your head
Hey
inside
pal,
to
good to
where-
see you again. We've been fighting some big fucking guys.
I think there's something worse coming down the hall.
You guys say that. Poquito Mas deals with a handful of attacks from the red slot.
I didn't get a turn.
Yeah, no, he goes before you.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to you.
Oh, I thought it was over. I thought it was Paquito Mas fighting again.
That was me attacking Poquito Mas. Sorry. So he misses with the bite as somehow Poquito Mas is like staring at himself and moving his hands as he's gathering in time as it's like missing, and then he just gets pissed and you see this sludge smack the crap out of him. Poquito Mas, give me a con saving throw, please.
Oh, got the Poquito Mas.
No.
Oh yes. Oh, you
You
feel
have a
this
bark
slide
inspiration.
just pierce into you. Just
Yeah, you do.
No, Varian does. I'm sorry. That's what.
No,
Oh yeah.
very-
Oh yeah.
poquito más.
Right, please.
You, sir, as you feel this claw jab into you, there's just almost like this impulse, this little something is left behind. As you see the other claw come to swipe across you. Let's see
Not feel very good.
Hold on, at advantage. So a 12 plus 15. What's your DC? Sorry, it would have been the 12 first.
20.
20. That would have missed. Okay, so it would have been 15.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. No, your DC is 20. You're good. Sorry, your AC. I apologize. I'm fucking it up. So the second one misses as you kind of duck out of the way and let them know that something's not too great. Otherwise, you're good. I can't do much more than that.
Something's not great, but otherwise
Actually,
I feel fine.
correction. He goes all in on you, and he looks around. He's like, he's going to do something real quick. Jesus, he's not having the best.
Legendary?
He stands there.
Has so much insight.
He doesn't move.
You gotta roll for it.
Sir Varian.
I
Using
finally
Pokémon
wiped
briefly
the
gets
sleep off my eyes.
Alright.
Question. So in this corridor, how high is it to the
About
roof?
15 feet.
15 feet.
For
how?
you know, grown and uncollapsed and natural, depending on if that's what you're referring to.
I'm just wondering because like I can't see that size. And then how big are these creatures in front of me?
Considered large. But if you
They're
need,
bigger
like,
than me, I'm assuming. Yeah,
well,
height.
I mean, yeah, they're probably standing around 9 to 10 feet.
Okay, well that's not gonna work. Never mind. Okay. I'm just gonna do my other thing, and then later we will see if my fuckery works.
You brandish your weapon and cast a spell upon its blade. As it emits some
Yeah.
color.
Yeah, this should just auto roll. I don't know why. So I'm gonna brandish my warhammer, and then you're gonna just see it light up in green flame.
Got it.
Sick.
I don't know why it made me roll that, but
That's for the extra damage at the time of doing such. But
What doesn't?
So you getting hit? What happened?
Shouldn't it be 2D?
well, first he has to try to attack to hit. So it's a regular attack first,
so
and then we'll
Yeah.
add those.
Yeah.
We'll adjust that green flame blade. Add the green
Yeah.
flame blade after. And yes, it would be 2.
yeah. So then I'm just going to attack it in front of me. It says my target is 20 feet away. No, it is not. Hold on. Okay. Then I am going to attack it with my warhammer.
You have advantage.
Oh,
as
I do.
well.
Oh, well, I'll do it again.
Okay, so you hit. You do
Okay.
18 points of damage on top of your green flame blade. Go ahead
Which
and roll that real
didn't
quick. It's
do.
2d8. Just go ahead and do off the side. Nice. For a total of what was that, 31 points of damage. Jeez.
31 points of damage.
Jeez.
Yep.
Good shit.
Wasn't kidding. He did do some damage.
And then is it still on its
It's still up as you
on its
come and
feet?
slash across it. He's just like he stands
And
there
then
just like he
I'll
literally can't
rip
move.
it back. Full Jolavan! And I'll just smack it again. And this time I'll roll the advantage.
Thing you did.
25. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. And then, do I still get the 2d8? Because my weapon
Yes.
should be.
It's still brand. Let me verify real quick. 1 second. It's instantaneous. As you brandish weapon on a hit, target suffers low attacks. You can cause the fire to leap from target. Da-da-da. You totally should have hit Poquito Mas. The second creature takes effect.
Yeah.
No, it says instantaneous. It doesn't say lasts for a minute or anything like that. So upon cast and use, it's gone.
Yeah, it's just the first
Okay.
attack.
But good hit.
Okay, well, then I'll just do my normal damage then.
That one dead?
Well,
'Cause it disappeared.
I already did what,
Yeah, so
15 there?
you
Or?
did the 15, yeah. So as you came down with the second attack
So
and you
30,
called out
31 and
to
then
your
15.
god, you came and smacked it, and it's just like falls to its knees. I need dexterity saving throw, Varian, as it's about to collapse in your direction in this very tiny hole.
Oh, by the way, am I 10 feet from... No, I'm 15 feet. God damn it. Never mind. Just going to see if he was going to be with an advantage. No.
You take a step back. It falls at your feet. Very nice, guys. Anything else for you?
No, that's going to be it this turn.
All right, and you're back at the bottom. I'm sorry, sir. Professor
What
Glur.
the fuck? So, what? He's broken. No.
I mean, you did a ton of damage. It was like you were waiting, and then you just popped off like 55 damage. So that was pretty damn good. That was a high for you.
True.
On
Wait till you get.
very
Wait till you see when I use my highest power, and then do a D20 or get a
But,
20.
real quick, at the top
Oh,
of the round,
motherfucker.
before Glur you go, technically there's an at 20. I need all of you guys to give me wisdom saving throws.
Ooh. We falling asleep now? Also standing in this hall that fell asleep.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, you guys are not falling.
I will not fall for that again. Holy shit.
I had
Oh
a
no!
Fonzie
flash
dead.
of genius.
Yeah, how many more do you have?
I have 3 more.
Can you use my inspiration die?
How many
Is
do
it too
you,
late?
how does that work? What does it scale with? Your modifier, right?
Yeah.
Glare? Perfect, okay. Because you had to use 2, so you have a modifier of 5, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Perfect.
I have 2
Alright.
more after this.
You use the Flash of Genius, and that does allow you to pass. Ponzi.
Let me use my inspiration,
What was
then
your
I'll
total,
add
Ponzi? Oh, 2? Jesus. Oof. Keto Moss. Okay, so everyone but Ponzi's able to save themselves. As everyone else pulls all the toolkit, all of their tools out to save this saving throw, and Ponzi, you stand there. You thought you were given a lecture. You really thought you were, and then the entire hallway turned into like a field. All your friends are playing around like it's a sandbox, and you're a bunch of 8-year-olds duking over who's on the monkey bars, if that even exists in Ponzi's playground. But Ponzi, you're kind of seeing things. I'll just put it that way. We'll get to what you see when it's your turn. Glur, you stand behind Ponzi, who seems to be standing there in a daze of sorts. The rest of everyone seems to all be kind of blinking off of what felt like a wave of energy coming down the hall. There's definitely a bigger presence within. With that, I will also honor, because you and Darko are at that doorway, you guys hear, not nearby, but echoing down through these tunnels, like something's being dragged with enough weight that it's hitting any and everything along the floor in its movement. Glare, what do you do?
Well, Glare wants to get away from this door. So he is going to move.
Oh, am I still concentrating on Fairy Fire? Sorry.
No, you wouldn't be,
you're not
right?
anymore.
That's unfortunate.
Hey guys.
It's good for me. This is an advantage.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna move up here, like within the same space as Valerian, almost between his legs, and he can't see me.
Yeah, you gotta kind of crouch down underneath.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time.
I'm in the same here, and then I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use Ray of Sickness again on this guy. cast spell. And then 5. Ooh.
Fire.
That sucks.
It's like it leaves behind with the little force of energy that came with it. And you see like a little brick fall. Ting, 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 ting. As that happens, Dargo, you, sir, come face to face with an eye looking right through the tile that fell from the wall in which Glur hit. I need you to give me 1 second. I gotta read what it is. Believe it or not, a dexterity saving throw. I knew it was something weird.
Oh,
it
Jesus
should be
Christ.
a con. It really should be a con, but I was like, I feel like it's not, and it's not. I apologize. I don't, but I do at the same time.
Well, this is not going to go well.
Exactly as
Or
I
is
intended.
Great.
We'll get to you. We'll get to you. Let me just put it that way. We will get to you. Okay.
Sweet.
Something
Can't
is
wait.
definitely happening to you, Darko. No one else sees it yet, but you will feel it soon.
You can definitely move on and then forget about it, and then we can rehash this scene later.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let's focus on Pokemon real quick, as the red slot is going to do another side swipe at you.
Whoa. I still have actions.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. You did your
I got shit.
Ooh. Go ahead.
I am going to cast Sanctuary on Paquito Moss.
That's a bonus.
It is a bonus, so yeah, bonus action.
Nice.
And then that will do it.
Okay.
So
Second wisdom save.
Oh.
It fails that. It's just like it holds its hand and it just wants this. You could see it, Pokemon Moss, in its little lizard-like eyes. It's just like holding its hand, just ready to backslap the shit out of you, but it can't for whatever reason. Unbeknownst to you, you think you are scaring it because you have no idea what's happening behind you in the sense of buffering and friendships, keeping Pokemon Moss alive. But it stands there. And it takes a step back. Do you take a swing?
Oh, I get a free swing?
You get a
Heck
reaction.
yeah.
You do get a reaction.
I take it. Oh, sorry, my fault. I don't have him targeted. There we are. Fonzie's accent is intoxicating.
Very nice. You absolutely make contact with that slot for 11 points damage. It's just like I love it because Pokito Moss, you are hitting so hard. These things are just so fat and flubbery that they shed it off. But you're definitely dealing impact. So very nice.
It's just a lot.
Goes through the door, closing the shit out of it really hard. You see like debris coming off of it from dust and what have you, and then you hear like a as if there was some kind of fluidy substance on the other side.
It's running away.
Ponzi. You stand there, and what you see is a big bully walking up to Poquito. Not Mas, Poquito. You see a tiny little Poquito. Exclude the Mas.
Poquito?
And he stands there, staring up at this big, massive bully that's red in the face. They're gurgling and about something in front of you. Like a child's school argument. The big bully raises his hand, puts it down, and goes to walk away, and you see Poquito just do a huge mossing slap across him. As he walks off, you're like, whoa, that's impressive. I don't want to mess with that kid. But you stand there and look to your right, look to your left, and you see a Darko. You don't know him as Darko. He seems like a little plump, like a cousin It, but with white hair. And for some reason, they seem to be standing in a pool of cement. What do you do, Ponzi?
Pool of cement?
So it would seem from your childlike view. You know, Ponzi, I've seen a couple things here and there, and for some reason I'm talking to yourself in your own mind because you're a little crazy, Ponzi. You know, you talk so much that you forget that your imagination, you develop so fast, you forget about your friends. You know where you're standing at, Ponzi? You're not standing where he is, because where he's standing is really bad. That's what you have like iterating in your head. But you're still looking at everything like it's like child version.
Why y'all kids? What the fuck? I don't know. I guess I don't see any bad guys either. So
No, yeah, I know that was a real tucker on that one. If I hit Pokito, he would have been there. But I can't do anything about that one. That was a good save on Glaire's end.
You for that inspiration die. Let me live.
I guess I like I saw that my new friend Paquito Mas stood up to that bully. And I'm from back in my little kid voice go, "Good job, friend. I'll give you a piece of candy at recess." I don't know how
I love it. That's exactly how it is. That's exactly what Bob feels.
But I'll just give you a bardic inspiration since I don't see anything to fight, so I'm just gonna bardically inspire you with it.
You got it. Pokito, you are.
Actually, me?
Ponzi, is there anything else you wish to do?
I'll just walk up next to my good friend Varian, who I assume
he's in his like
looks
scholar
like
clothes. He's like the
I was
one
gonna say
guy
like a
that looks like he's
goth
on the lacrosse team. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
real douche. But
Damn,
otherwise,
fuck you.
I walk up to him, I go, "Hey, bud, good to see you at school today."
You guys hear him talking like this, by the way. You guys are in this town.
Yeah.
Like he's just gone nuts.
He like looks like he's holding a backpack, but there's nothing there. He's just like
Anything else,
yeah,
Ponzi?
that's my turn.
All right,
That's
go
my
ahead and give
turn.
me one more wisdom save, please.
Okay.
Whatever are you talking about, sir?
Oh boy, Ponzi.
Oh,
it's only
yeah,
God.
with the two.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just hear me go. You just hear me go like, homework is due.
As you hear about homework, you quickly think of a tata. You shrink, Ponzi. You shrink. You get even smaller. It's now just Po. There's no Quito yet. It's just Po. There's like a little baby versions of everybody around you, and you look back behind you, and the one that's just O, not even a double or squared or part of a D, just an O, is literally completely solidified. Poquito Mas. The mass of Poquitos in which Ponzi has imagined has truly affected him. But what do you do?
Fear for you, my friend. My frog friend is gone this way. Goodbye. Let's go get the frog.
Kick his ass, you hear?
I feel so inspired by your words. Thank you, my friend.
He still gets bardic inspiration.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's inspired.
I'm trying to go through.
There's a door you can click.
I can? Okay.
Go, little baby, go.
you see Poe just crawling through the door, but they couldn't even touch to open. It just opens on its own, and Ponzi's just like, "Whoa, this is wild." Hold on, as you run across.
That baby's so fat. You see how fast that baby is, boys?
Oh, that's great.
Its little bare feet make such a weird noise against the ground when he runs.
As you just see, as Pokito Mas, you bust through this door, and you see 3 tadpoles coming at you, and then where it almost looks as if they have every intention, they just flail like a magic carpet, fall right back in, as if they had changed their mind of wanting to hit you.
I should have measured. I can go 50. Let's see. 10. I can go to there. Got it.
As you pull around the corner, you see before you.
him?
Yep, you see before you a massive green slot, and he's just like.
Change colors! This way, everybody!
He seems to call out unlike the rest of them. Behind him. Is that where you stop your movement?
That's as far as I can. 50 feet.
Then that's as much as
You can like dash and stuff, can't you?
No. Poquito. Do you want it?
Good step of the wing.
So am I still
That's
in
fine.
initiative?
Yeah, we haven't got. Yeah, you're still in there. You're 3.10. We're at 11.
Oh,
Hold
yeah.
an action. I'll punch him if he comes near me.
I don't see any enemies.
Darko, you
Yep.
feel at your feet. They are becoming solid stone. It's creeping up your legs to your waist level. What do you do?
Wisdom saving.
Do I see this beholder? Because I can still see through the walls. So do I see it?
You saw it, like you saw the eye, and then after it's cast, left.
What the fuck do I do here? Jesus Christ. Can I ask Zephyr if he knows what the fuck I should be
Sure.
doing right now?
What do you ask Zephyr?
Yeah.
Or actually, you know what? I'll do this. Zephyr goes, "Hey, buddy, you're looking a little stiff down there, and that's not the kind I mean. If you know what I mean."
Funny. Timing's a little off, though.
Hey, well, I'll tell you what. How about you, use that thingamajig we brought from No. Get you out of this once, and, give us a second chance, but, it's all on you, buddy.
Okay. Yep. What's the thing? What did I put it? What's this thingamajig called?
You, like, quickly pat around your waist, and right before the petrification gets to your satchel, you yank your hand in and pull out what looks to be this little bottle. You are multiple little vials, and they're all labeled with different little ailments because No sent you prepared. And you see one that says Pephra.
I'm going to chug it.
You quickly consume this item as you're just like, Ponzi. You see this little baby dwarf of hair, just with like a big old pot. Like I'm talking like the man holding the world above him, but a big old health pot of sorts, just chugging it like a big old baby bottle. And you're just impressed because he's chugging that sucker down fast. And as he does, he goes from his stone-like nature to his normal flesh-like baby form. For you, Darko, you immediately recede from the stone structure from your waist, going down below and thawing out. You have no movement due to the time it took for this to take effect, but you still have an action because it was a bonus action to consume the potion.
I mean, so looking around, then I can obviously see into the. Can I see into the room with Poquito Mas now? Because I mean, I should just be able to see like the ghostly apparitions in the room, kind of
You
thing.
see that Poquito Mas is definitely not alone.
Okay.
Actually,
and then
you see one more thing that Poquito Mas didn't see. And technically, this would be here. So go ahead and re-click your character, and that's kind of what you're looking at real quick.
Okay.
Staring at me?
So can I see? I can see the beholder right now.
I see. I forget the way your spell works. I apologize. See.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just be fair. When he did the eye thing, the eye appeared directly from where Goral's spell hit, and then it vanished like magic. That wasn't physically them, but you can see them with your sight through the walls. Yes. Sorry, I want to clarify that for you.
So would that count for sight in my ability to cast a spell?
What is the spell? That is what it comes down to. If it's a ray, it would have to go through the physical structures. If it is a curse of nature, if it's it all depends on the verbiage on that one.
So let me just I'll put it in the chat. Let me see. So essentially what I would want to do is I would want to use a bonus action to change my hex to the beholder.
Okay, you could do that.
So I can do that. Okay.
Yes, you can do that because you hexed the red one, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let me cast that again.
And what do you choose instead?
And I will choose. Let me double check this here. Fuck. Hold on, I can't see it in this window. 1 second. Fuck. Hold on 1 sec. Sorry. Should have had this more prepared. Dexterity.
You got it. Okay. Dex it is. And what do you intend to try to cast?
Okay. I am trying to cast the Hunger of Hadar.
Hello. Okay, let's see. I think you just have to technically know where they are, so let's see.
And they would be directly on the beholder, or one of its like eye tentacle things.
You got it.
Ooh. Getting specific.
That's a spicy spell.
And I'm also trying to blind him, which is like everything for her.
Oh yeah, because he blinded.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty good spell. Okay.
You got the DM to go, fuck.
So I don't have to do anything until it starts its turn. So it is in place.
Okay.
Poquito Mas, you see behind you that there is no going back. The doorway just Twilight Zone's black on you, like going through is a very bad idea.
This is a bullshit.
You get cut off and you definitely think it's the guy in front of you. Or give me an insight,
Ooh,
Poquito. I'll an insight. See where if you can guesstimate where this is coming from, because it just kind of popped up out of nowhere on you.
Frog, how dare you?
You know it wasn't the frog, but now you know for sure it was an ally. But you don't know what it's against because you're just.
They not love me. I thought they were my friends.
We are working with the Santa Claus.
He is the Santa Claus. He's no Jolly Claus.
Anything else, Darko?
No, that's it for me.
You got it. Sir Varian, after much time and much contemplation, the plan of attack comes forth.
Your Laverne has dictated that my best move is forward. So I will move forward. And
you move forward, and immediately you see hovering at the surface of the water is the massive Slod submerged outside of just his head because he's peeking up to see what's going on, and this huge, just nothingness of a black maw before you, almost kind of giving out this like.
Okay.
And you get that from the shadow, you too, Poquito. But you guys don't. You know it's not the Slod doing that. But that's what the aura between you and Poquito Mas. You cannot see each other.
But I can see this salad in front of me, correct?
Correct. Yeah, he's just sitting on the surface, on the water, like just at the surface. Like you can hit him if you have like a range attack or something.
Oh yeah, I have that. So I use my movement. So I am just going to and clarify for me on this. So I have 2 attacks. If I do a cantrip, is that an attack?
That's a cantrip.
Can I do 2 cantrips?
No. So an attack is literally a weapon. If you don't use a weapon, it's considered a spell attack. So melee. So your extra attack specifies melee, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only Eldritch Knight's getting back to as far as fighting. Yeah. Or maybe Blade Singers.
Yeah, potentially Blade Singers also. But
yeah. I am just going to do Cossphere.
Oh.
Dang.
Is this considered a charm? Is frighten considered a charm? Let's see.
I don't think so. It'll usually say immune to fear.
Usually.
So I'm just gonna come up like pumping my chest. Jewel Vern. Jewel Vern. That's hopefully how I inspire fear.
Okay.
I want to listen. Heard that.
Well, the reason I asked, just real quick, just to be
Oh
fair
God.
with you guys.
Oh, Paquito Mas. Oh, you
Yeah, he
rolled
said
that?
Jules Verne. I rolled that.
No, I was saying Joe Laverne, not Paquito Mas.
Saying Joe Laverne. It's just Joe Laverne.
I'm not trying to scare you.
I feel very scared over here.
Okay, yeah, no, it doesn't fall under the charmed. Okay. Okay, so it is fear of you, correct? Just you?
Yes.
Okay, so it sees you, it's like, and it slowly like puts its head. It doesn't move, but it like submerges fully underneath the water. Anything else?
It fully submerges under?
Like you know, like it puts the rest of it on. Like it's not actually moving, but where it's like little like top part was poked out, it's identifying the fear of you. It's just kind of like
an alligator.
It is afraid of me now.
Correct.
Rolled the saving throw?
I didn't have to. That's why I was trying to clarify something before deciding.
Auto fails. All fearful things. The auto fails.
Okay. And then I am going to since I can do a bonus at this point, I am going to do Divine Favor. Like my Warhammer just starts glowing in unnatural, bright white light.
Okay, so the damage will just roll every time you do hit. It doesn't have to stay that 4 across the board, just so you're aware. So every time you hit, you would just add a d4 to the roll. Okay?
Yep, and then I'll just start stacking that damage, baby.
All right.
Oh my God, they're burying again.
Oh my God, dude.
This is what the fuck? This is broken. What the fuck? How is that possible? DM, you gotta check the algorithm later. This is fucking broken.
Darko, Glur, Ponzi, and Varian from your guys' end of the hall. On this side, you guys hear much closer. It seems as if 2, maybe 3 Slans are discussing their approach. Do any of you guys speak? Just kidding. None of you guys speak Slav. Okay.
Is it their own language?
Yeah, they also do have another language, but that one's it's not a verbal language. So I just thought
I have to comprehend languages, but yeah.
I mean, do you want to hear them saying we're gonna come murder them? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like that's what they would be
like
saying.
It's pretty obvious what they're saying.
Darko, I
can I make a deception roll just to like assume I know what they're saying?
I mean, you can do an insight, yeah, for sure. And then if you
no, like
have a good
I want to
insight,
say
oh,
like,
you just want to gotcha.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do a deception. Let's see. Darko, I apologize. You would be able to see these creatures walking toward you because you could see the walls.
Okay. All right.
So you for sure know that there's some kind.
They say they're coming for the little one. I'm not sure if it's you or me.
Darko, you can roll an insight to see if he's telling the truth or not. Oh yeah, it's you.
It's definitely. Oh fuck.
Well, with that,
right.
you guys then hear a little, like a quick step. The first regular sized 6 foot, maybe 4 foot wide slot stands before you guys. Still taller than Darko, still taller than Girl, maybe Ponzi's or Varian size, but still just as ugly. And it looks, and it holds on to this nice beat up serrated.
I'm sorry, wow, just as ugly as us? Wow, fuck, man.
Oh no, just as sorry, not just as I meant it is uglier than it's as tall as you guys. I meant in the sense of the shape, considering
it's ugly as the other slots.
And it is as ugly as the other slots. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
Varian about to smite you, bro.
Meanwhile, Varian, you see that this one right here submerges, and you see the bubbles. He's gone out of sight.
You have cast water walk. He'll raise his ass
Imagine,
right
I know,
up.
you just like you just shoot that dude out of the pool. 1 second, sorry. Poquito Moss, you are the target. As you see this red hurled chuckling flame flying in your direction.
Could spit fire this whole time?
You see us. Well, you don't see it from your point of view, but you see his hands are like, and it just comes off to the blind side, and you see it splash right next to you, as you take 12 points of fire damage, and then right as you're just like kind of patting it out, another one. Ooh, that one totally misses. As it like hits the ground before it even gets to you, it's kind of like from a Mario ball, you know, and then just fade out right before it gets to you, and it's just like poof. As you kind of wipe off.
He thought
one,
he could
you see
skip it across the water.
Yeah, it was getting fancy. And it then just like just yelling out toward you, Poquito Mas. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
And to make me scared of him? I'm not scared.
Are
you bellyaching over there?
Confused as to what is wrong with these creatures. And then what you don't see, but hear, coming from around the corner. 1 second. And
another one. This one's kind of
cute.
cute.
Comes in, and it has a sword in its hand, and it comes slashing toward you in your direction. Wow, a 1 and a 2. Are you kidding me? And it's just like, and it just you just start seeing sparks fly as it's hitting the rocks. Like, and then it follows up. It's coming after you. Man, I can't believe I fucking missed it.
Less cute now. You were cuter before.
And then you back up again as it's like, and you just see it just sliding across the floor, and it's just like, and then you
just
see him try to use his
way
mouth in like a savage way. He throws himself at you, and you see this long, like serrated little prickled tongue. Oh my god! You just
what are you doing,
you just
little
get this like intense case of bad breath. It's just like giving you like a little tongue in the air. Actually,
it's getting depressing. You should just leave. This is very sad.
Ponzi baby, what are you doing in baby world, Ponzi?
Do I see a little baby fucked up slot dude at the end of this hallway?
You see a very ugly, grotesque garbage pail kid holding a garbage can as a weapon, looking to throw it at the littlest baby near him, which is O.
Okay. Hey, no.
See, like the OG garbage
he goes,
pail kid.
no throwing garbages, you see? He's gonna walk up, I guess. So you can see him. He couldn't hear any of the other shit going on in that other back room. I don't know. He's in Babyland.
No.
So
yeah, everything you hear is like kids crying. You know, everything is relatable to your theme, so to speak. Okay. You're like in a very loud daycare.
Then I will cast Vicious Mockery. That little baby will go, you look like a stupid little kid. I hope you skin your knee today, you little bastard.
It's just like like bitches back toward you. That's at advantage, sorry. I mean, not that it matters, but gotta try. Oh, advantage still fails. So, give me the damage. Very nice. For 7 points, and it has
disadvantage.
Yeah, nice, very nice, very nice. Awesome. It's just like you can imagine you know what he's saying if you want, but he sounds like a garbage pail kid talking.
Sure. Do I look around to any of my friends that are little babies that I can see look hurt in any way?
Surprisingly, no. I really haven't done too much to you guys, which is very surprising. Like, you guys have lost, I think, a total of 30 health across all of you.
I'm pretty
Darko
sure
has taken the
the
most amount of damage.
tadpoles
No,
did the most.
Pokito Moss did.
Pokito
Pokito Moss and Darko are the only hurt ones, but Darko you can't tell. He's still over 100 HP. Pokito Moss you
Yeah.
probably could if you could see him, but that baby's not in town.
I hurt myself extracting
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't hurt you though. So like,
Right.
Okay. So
and it
they're
was
hurt a little
psychic,
bit.
so
I'm not too worried.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then that'll be my turn.
Darko. Son of a bitch. They're everywhere.
Okay. So.
Oh wait, I get to make the roll at the end of my turn to see if I still see baby.
Sorry.
That's okay.
If you don't pass this,
it's
only gonna get worse.
You're still in baby world. Find out.
Might not be.
Pass this.
Pass it. Uh-oh.
Bonzi.
Shit.
This is like the only time I've ever seen rolls. Yeah, it's for
You
like
thought
this.
you saw babies. Now you see
purpose.
them.
Now
Find
we
yourself
see
in this
sperm.
Limbo. You're just kind of floating in space briefly. You see all of this kind of randomosity floating around you, almost leaving you in more wonderment than answers. But now you are fully conscious of your well-being. You know you're not in Kansas anymore. You know you're not at the fight. You don't see any of your allies. Where the fuck are you? Ponzi, you then see
Montana.
before you a brief, almost odd, I wouldn't go as far as to say disturbed nature, but a fear, as immediately before you just boom, this massive portal and a massive cat eye just appears out, and you see yourself covered in complete robes as you're looking out into more just nothingness, more just limbo, into the great maw of unknown, and you see these little slots in the distance and the tadpoles, almost all of the antient of the beings of these creatures and where they come from before you. Ponzi.
Oh boy.
10, 8, 7, bam. Good sir, you take 37 points of psychic damage. And you fall incapacitated before your team.
Fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Darko, Varian, and Professor, you all see Ponzi. Like, imagine the scene from Endgame where they're like sending back Ant-Man and he turns into a baby and then an old dude and all that. You see Ponzi just like literally speaking in different tones of voice and maturity, though he himself physically looks to be normal as he's standing there, and then he like collapses to a knee, and then he's just like having an aneurysm and just collapses unconscious on the floor. Your turn, Darko.
Great. Because I think the only person that can help him as far as healing or anything like that would be Varian, and I don't know. Shit. Well,
Professor Gore there, don't you? Can help you.
Yeah, he might have some healing spells. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to run up to both of them, and I'm going to use my action by casting this, or by using this dust of disappearance.
Oh.
What?
Damn.
And who do you use it on?
The fuck?
I'm using it on all three of us.
On all three of you.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
So you.
Zephyr kind of pops over your shoulder.
What does
Like,
it
"Hey,
do?
buddy, let me help you out with that." And you
Oh,
see the
invisible.
dust as you start to throw it over. You see the dust kind of like multiply, like kind of enough to cover everybody. As you quickly start panning it on you guys, and Zephyr's like, "Oh yeah, dig it in. Don't forget your shoulder." He's like being a real pest and nuisance. He's kind of like mocking you because he warned you coming in, and now he's like, "I told you, come on, man. They weren't ready for this, and you sent them anyways. What happened to that other one? That Moss fellow? Should I go find him?" And then instantly you, Professor, and Ponzi, Varian, you find yourself alone. Darko, you still have other things you wish to do while invisible? Well, roll me the 2d4 for me real quick, sorry.
Yeah, let me... That's a 6, sorry.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
The 3 of you guys are considered invisible until one of you break it with your own actions. Anything else you wish to do, Darko?
Yeah, I am going to continue farther down the hallway towards Varian. I'll only make it about halfway, but I'm just going to continue down the hallway.
Varian, give me a perception check.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask you that if I could do that. Awesome.
Bokito Moss, unbeknownst to you, your entire team is disappearing. We thought it'd be you first. It's them.
It is good to know that I did not die first.
Varian, they all disappear from your point of view, and then you hear clatter approaching you. But it is not the slod at the end of the hall. Bokito Moss.
Can I do like an intellect check, or some kind of check to see if I might assume that they had turned invisible or something?
Give me an insight. Bokito Moss, what are you doing?
Well, he just tried to slice me twice, and then he tried to bite me. Listen, you're not so cute. I'm gonna have to show you how it's done. I'm gonna push his sword aside, push at his face.
You swing. As you push the sword, he moves his face and dodges you in response.
I'll kick at his knee.
He lifts his leg up. Quite flexible for this toad-like fellow.
I'll do a spinning backhand.
You guys are doing the hokey pokey together.
Really missing each other a lot. Spinning backhand.
Jeez.
And then final uppercut. If I miss again, this would be so sad.
As he dodges, he sees it and he goes. You get a hit on him. Give it to me.
Oh, there we go. I got one.
Damn, 21 points of Jesus Christ. Okay, so he's just like. Definitely hurt. Just
hey, that's what happens when your guard gets broken, man.
No kidding. Was that
Stay down.
That Bokito?
That's all 4 attacks. That's it.
You got it. Professor, you quickly realize, not necessarily what was given to you, but that you are invisible due to Darko. You do not see anyone else, however. Well, other than Varian, but you don't see Darko or Ponzi due to this invisible nature.
Because I can cast invisibility, I would understand that. Would I have an understanding of what's going on right now?
You get that. Ignore Glur, that was me. But yes, you would understand that you guys are invisible, but it's just the fact that you guys can't see each other, which is making it a little tricky in that sense. But you do understand that he dropped some powder on you guys. It did cast the invisibility spell. You know it will break if you take any, if you cast any spell actions. You just don't know the plan because no one said anything after it happened. So
okay.
And I'm on the ground unconscious, so.
Fuck. Okay. It says attack actions? Is that correct, or is it any actions outside
casting
of
a spell
movement
or an attack action?
Okay, got it. With that, then I am going to. Is making one of my potions considered a spell? I don't believe it is.
It would be a action, but not a spell. No, you can make a potion.
It's not an attack. It's not an attack or casting
a spell. Invisibility. No.
Because I can make an experimental elixir.
Okay.
On the go. Well, technically, because it consumes a spell slot, that would be a spell.
You'd be casting the spell into the elixir. What is the spell specifically?
It's not a spell. It's just experimental elixir. If I want to make more than 2 in the day, I have to consume a spell.
I see. Oof. Because
would that be a bonus?
You know what? Because you're not actively casting a spell against anyone,
it just consumes the spell
against
slot.
The elixir. Yeah, I'll allow you to burn the spell slot to make the elixir. That's not a problem.
Okay. Fuck, but I don't see.
Yeah, only Varian.
What's his butt?
And that slot.
Yeah, I don't see.
It was a great move on Marco's end, but a huge hindrance to the team at the same time.
Varian does a little butt wiggle as he's getting ready to run into the room.
I mean, I have.
That's all you see.
Varian is really tired today. He's been so sluggish.
Yeah, he's just been behind.
I was considering getting sea invisibility just for this fucking scenario. But I don't know if I wanted to do it. Okie dokie. with that, then I will. If I see these guys, I'm gonna probably float on down to where Varian is. Just kind of move a little bit further out of the way.
Right next to
Varian,
my
you hear
butt
another
wiggle.
set of footsteps.
I would.
Oh
float.
yeah, so I did
that's
a
right, you're flying, just
15
kidding.
on
Yeah.
my
Yeah, I saw
yeah,
your
I did a
15.
15 on my insight. So do I
You
know or
don't know exactly what happened. You don't know if they were teleported or if they're just invisible, but you assume that they're invisible because you hear footsteps.
Yeah.
But you don't know if they like just poofed 10 feet closer to you or if they're just like you don't know who casted it or what the conditions are in any sense, but you are aware they are invisible and you assume 2 of them at least are still moving presently around you.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay invisible then for a minute.
Okay.
Where I'm at.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, before the next turn, where I'm at, what do I see here?
You see a
in this spot?
black maw inside this room, just like a huge black cloud, and then the water where it's no longer
Okay.
like, where it kind of like doesn't
Got
cut
it.
off the cusp.
Got
But
it, got it,
otherwise,
got it.
you don't know what's beyond the maw.
Okay.
So
Varian.
question, what is the lighting like in
At the
this
moment,
room?
in this particular area, it is lit from above. There's like a bunch of broken debris from above that's still peeking through into this ruins.
Okay, so I can still see fine. I'm gonna advance further. So there's oh shit, there's one room with water right here.
As you advance into the room, you see that there's a pool of water, and you don't know how far it goes. Though you do see this wall on this side, you don't see any other exit, and you imagine it's somewhere through this dark, unbeknownst cloud. But you
So
don't know
as
how
I
far the room goes
advance,
to your
this
left.
guy
He's
in
below
front
the
of me,
water.
he should be afraid of me, right?
Yeah, he's below the water. He's not near you. He swum low. Up like a negative to him.
How deep is it?
You don't necessarily know, because the light doesn't pierce it that low, but you could see for sure at least 5 feet.
Can variance
So actually, so in
Say
this
that again.
case,
What was that question, Pokito, about Arian's vision?
It's magical darkness vision, right? So can he see through it?
yeah. So my eyes would actually glow white if I can't see, and I can see 120 feet no matter what, even if it's dark.
So then, yes, you could actually see through this and see Pokito Moss duking it out with a new friend. Matching
Yeah,
the
so
same
my eyes
description
are
of the
glowing white
individual
with like a
you
white
saw.
smoke coming out of it.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see that even though my character can't.
Here, I'll fix that for you. Hold on. So yeah, okay, I didn't know you guys had such fancy vision.
Yeah, well, I took that. Joe Laverne gave me really great perks.
How do we get through that? Yeah. How to, let's see, what's the light amplification? It's kind of neat, but I don't know what that does for him. It lets you see past at least the way the room is.
It's not Devil's Sight. My god is a god. It's he's my patron too.
Good devil.
I'm a paladin and he is my patron.
So you can't see Pokito Moss. I'll tweak with the vision, but you can at least see the room layout, so you know how big the room is and what's ahead of you for that matter.
Okay.
But you do know Pokito Moss is there with an enemy.
So I should be able to see him down there. How far do I think he's
the guy?
down there?
No, it's just murky.
Yeah.
It's not so much as dark. Like it just has like a bunch of mostly clouds. You'd imagine maybe around 20 or so feet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna assume since he's afraid of me, when I dive in. By the way, what I did in school was water polo. Not lacrosse. Not lacrosse.
I knew it was the way you swam.
Yeah, it's definitely still like a posh fucking school thing.
Got a swimmer's body. Makes sense.
Jeez.
They can't fight for shit.
They're not meant to. They literally see our 1/8. But you know, they're part of the theme here.
Let's rebuke.
You hellish
Really?
rebuke, okay.
He kills the tadpoles.
Let's rebuke a tadpole. I love it.
You get bit.
Yeah, why
in the
not?
toe as you're swimming. You take 5 points of damage as you hellish rebuke. You just see like the pool of water around just explode.
Does the tadpole just explode? Get tadpole guts around the room.
There's no way it's alive after that, right?
Well, let's see. Oh, it passed the 21.
What?
It passed. It passed. It takes half as much, so it takes half of that being 8. Rounded down would be 7. No, I'm confused. 8.
That'd be 8.
No,
8's right.
8. Sorry.
Yeah, 8.
It takes 8 points of damage as you see this tadpole just, and it's like just deeps down and takes off. But it looks pretty beat up. It's not dead, almost, but it did survive the Hellish Rebuke. As you see all the other ones,
bloody,
as they quickly run off and flee. Good sir, I need from you, if I'm not mistaken, Darko, a Wisdom saving throw.
Why can't I
Oh,
move forward at
that is
all?
a
I
type
just hit a
30.
wall. It says.
I know, I put that wall there to block. That's why you can't see Pokito, I forgot. I put a wall there to block.
Yeah, if he goes inside of there, he'll need to make. If he ends his turn, he needs to make a dexterity save.
Is it if he ends his turn or if he goes through?
If he ends his turn inside of the
So he
sphere.
can pass through freely.
Correct. As long as, if I recall correctly, let me double check.
Because if you use it on me, I want to make sure I use it on you guys. It's not my spell, but I'll use it. Which one was it?
Hunger of Hadar.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's not the other one.
The hungriest spell in the whole game.
Avoid rates of sign. Any creature that starts its turn in the area. Any creature that ends its turn in the area.
As long as you don't start or end in the area, you're okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can walk through, apparently. Okay.
You can walk right through it.
All right, you're swimming technically.
Yeah,
but yes, you're swimming right through. As you are, you kind of as you're getting attacked by these things, and you finally scare them
Definitely
off.
hears
Right before you leave it, yeah, you hear like, and then you break out of it. You see Pokemon standing before you, throwing out crazy hands and flying around, and he looks at you with a smile as he uppercuts this slot in the face. Anything else, sir?
No, that's gonna be it this turn.
You got it.
I'll go again in 35 minutes.
Yeah, beat me. Congratulations, you hit a 10.
Damn the last. God damn it.
Friend is here. I feel very good. Great day.
Moss has arrived. What do you do?
We'll show you how Pokito Mas fights with friends by his side. Do I get any bonuses now that you're standing by me?
Actually, you do. Only on saving so.
Okay.
So I have.
I don't do any sows, but if I do,
no. And so regular attacks. Gotcha.
You swing.
Using these things
By
as
my
punching
side,
bags.
I have no
love
problem
Pokito
hitting
Mas.
him.
Pokito Mas
No,
swings
I
again
missed.
and it dodges like.
You distracted me.
Really good
You
fight.
look the other way. I can't hit him when you're looking at me like that.
Performance anxieties. How mundane.
I like how a 2 turns into a 20.
Okay, look away again. I don't want to miss. How dare you look at me?
It ducks out of the way. Anything else?
Catching on to you, man.
You know what? I'll go ahead and no.
Yeah, you couldn't yet have done the last one. Oh, you wouldn't do flurry?
A couple of steps over just so that he has a little more space.
He goes,
So,
come in.
Come join me. We fight the lizard monster thing. It's fun.
Ponzi.
Oh.
What's
Sorry,
your O?
there was one other thing.
About what?
So the creature that was frightened of me, so I have an aura of conquest. So if it is frightened of me, its speed is reduced to 0, and it takes psychic damage equal to half my paladin level if it starts my turn there. So
let me see.
if this guy is in that level,
Drop it for me. Let me see.
Yeah.
As long
Now,
as he's near.
we'll touch it up on the way through because you already went through all of Pokito Moss's turn before you brought it up.
Yeah.
But we will hold on to that.
sorry.
I'll put it in there so I'm aware. So you constantly emit a menacing aura. Turn extends 10 feet from you. Okay. So that's while it's in the aura. It was not in the aura at the time of the fear, though. Originally.
This turn it will be, right?
Yeah. in this, it does not.
At the start of its turn, it'll be an
at the
aura
start
for
of its
sure,
turn.
right?
Turn.
But it would have been able to move prior. So I was just addressing his first statement from earlier.
Yeah. This is moving forward. If it's like
In every direction, it would be, but it's at 20 feet below the water, so it wouldn't be in range. But if it was, then yes. Like originally, when you were here, it wasn't within the 10 feet. But if you were here and you feared it before it went under, it would be under that condition. Yes.
Okay.
And if it comes
well,
back
if it
up,
pops up though.
yeah, if it pops back up, it'll be in that condition. But now we are aware. Perfect.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty
Cool.
impressive.
That's a
You
really
have to wait
cool
till
one.
18 to get it to 30. That's like the long haul. I like it though. That's good.
Yeah.
Hansi Silversmith, my friend, you talked your way into a good one. I'll tell you that. You hear in your mind.
Well, he's
silence and
incapacitated, right?
yes,
Yeah.
he is. You hear in your mind thoughts of wonder and wishing to talk yourself awake. You hear this kind of excited. Interesting. This specimen collecting. I'll take you. Meanwhile, the red one can't do anything. I'll let it come up. Pops up. It didn't start its turn in there, so it doesn't take the damage. But in the next turn, if you're still in that place, it would. But it does pop up. Well, it would flee you, technically. So it pops up and it runs out this door because it's afraid of you. And it's just like... Professor and Darko, you instantly see this massive red slot just... looking around, confused. It's going to go like a... I need Darko and Professor to give me a stealth check, please.
Fuck.
This be an advantage or no?
This is considered a smell, so no.
Fuck.
Oh, wow.
Darko, you really need to take more baths, man.
I'm gonna add Flash of Genius to this.
You got it.
Nice.
Only in the checkers.
He's like
that Flash Genius.
He's like in front of Neural and sorry, I keep saying Neural. In front of Glur, and Glur, you like pop out like a little peppermint spray, poof, and it throws him off, and he's like.
I'm gonna use Dark One's own luck on this one.
Man, I know you've been sitting on some stuff, my friend.
Damn! What the hell?
You really are dark in the dark.
He really has never really whooped anything out on you guys. All right, you add.
And
you hear Zephyr. Hey, buddy. He sees you. You just see the eyes just. And you can move up to there. This slot starts walking over. And this one over here nods toward you. You just see a wild... It's going to be a disadvantage. He's going to wildly swing in Darko's direction after being informed of where his whereabouts should be. And whoop, disadvantage. I don't know why when I first click it, it never works. Oof. Still hits you, Darko. You just feel like this... Well, you see it actually. It's not like an invisible to you. You just see this sword come up. Professor, you see Darko appear with a laceration. Some blood splattering across the field.
Eek.
Is he?
Darko,
Does he become visible when he gets hit?
He does. Yes. I think right.
Oh.
It's when you take a. It's when you get hit, take an action, or cast a spell.
It
I don't
didn't
know. I
say
guess
hit. It just said
No,
action
maybe it's
or
just an
spell.
action then. Okay.
Or was
then
it
maybe it's
was
still invisible.
attack action or a spell, like cast a spell or create an action.
Correct.
But they may see blood
Text or cast spells. Yeah,
if he
you're
bleeds.
Right. So it does see the blood. I mean, it's still a disadvantage because he's swinging still at a blind target, though he knows he's there. So he will follow up. And it's that's a 2 on the low. Yep, 2 twos back to back. He has to reach again. He swings. Excuse me. He swings high, thinking it's a larger target than he remembers, apparently. And then he just and he just bites forward, hoping, praying. An 18 still hits you. As he reaches out,
Motherfucker, dude,
chomps onto this weird body. You, Professor, you just see like the mouth extend down. It's just like, just kind of like soggy teething on him. When really there's little serrated blades biting at his body around every little aspect. And as he's sucking on this thing like a lollipop, he's then going to cast Detect Thoughts. Darko, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, shit.
Shit, the little guys are strong too. I didn't think they'd be that strong. They got cool powers also.
One of them literally just absorbed like 60 plus damage from you, and you're saying that they're also strong. Like, you've been dashing out like 22
but
plus
he's
damage
little
per
ugly
day.
lizard man. What do I know? I thought he was cute, and then he tried to swing at me.
This is true. Darko,
Just kill me now.
what's on the surface of your mind as it's gnawing on you like a chew toy and a child with no teeth from the outside, but it's really stabbing you with every little thousands of teeth prickling you? What are you thinking of, and what is it taking off of that?
How poorly this is going.
At any point in time, would it be in your mind on the surface level the information you have of this place?
Yeah, absolutely. And knowing all that's at stake here and everything that's in here and the reason why we're down here in the first place, you know, the reason why I'm considering how poorly this is going is because I feel like Meek and No kind of set me up for success, and it's just kind of going off the rails at this point a bit.
You see it kind of like Professor, you see just spit him out and kind of like this taste, and he's just like, and then you hear 2 more sets of individuals. A big green slot sticks his head in as a little gray one follows up with this fellow friend, and they're just like, there's a huge conversation going on back and forth. They seem very, very concerned. Meanwhile, Mas, 2 more fireballs come hurling at you because Varian cannot be seen by them. So, Varian, you just see this fire hurl and burst against the wall behind Poquito Mas as he dodges.
That's the first thing I say.
Poquito Mas is within 10 feet, so he has advantage. He's feeling very
well, it's not a
agile.
save for him. It's just an attack I'm throwing at him.
I'm just like nonchalant about it. I know they'd miss, so I just
boof. Yeah, you dip it and dodging, or whatever you're doing. Yeah.
That the Jolly Claws should have mentioned to us all of these frogs that are here. How come you never talk about these frogs?
As you
Julaverne is often not revealing the truth either. In my experience, most people do not tell everything.
Sees Poquito Mas talking to someone, and then he's just like,
he really should have though. He should have told us.
You see the one that was throwing the little fireballs. He's holding a staff, and he's like, and he throws it on the ground as a fireball dashes in your guys' direction, and you just see Poquito Mas. You stand there because you saw it coming. You don't even got a flinch, right? Because you have evasion with Beetle Monk.
I do. I was about to post it.
Yeah. So you just stand there and you're having the conversation as Varian just sees this like freaking backdraft just coming into him.
Some
Give me a
crazy
saving throw, Varian. As Poquito Mas is just standing
I
there.
heard more about these frogs. Maybe I would not have come.
You just get this heat of a backdraft of, you do take half of it. Poquito Mas.
Yeah, while we're talking, I duck under the massive heat wave. This is very uncouth. Uncouth. Really, I believe that these they could learn some respect in their fighting.
1 second. This guy's gonna make his save.
Nice.
He's just like, he also ducks as it comes in full force against everyone, but Poquito Mas takes nothing. Varian takes 15, and then the one before you continues his onslaught. Excuse me. He drops the sword, and he looks at you, as you were using your hands. And he kind of bulks up and bolsters before you and goes in with the first one.
No, your technique is all wrong.
Oh no! Oh no!
His technique is very right.
That's a really good technique.
Shouldn't he have? Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It's a nat 20, but he would have had bonus
that as I get
on defending
smashed.
him.
Oh, you mean how long does that shield work, Professor?
It only works for once it's been used.
Got it. Got it. You got it. Is that what you were referring to, Varian, or no?
No,
It's
I meant
original.
a saving throw. Just I don't think it applies here. So sorry.
All right, Paquito Moss, as you go to criticize it, you just get clocked. Just what the hell? That was not crit.
That's great.
There we go. Okay. I was like, whoa. You just, I mean, still not the hardest hit in the world, but you get a solid smack across you. And he's just like, he follows up.
Little bit.
He goes in with another.
A little bit.
Makes contact.
As I'm now insulting him, he keeps slapping me.
And then he goes in for a maw. And he goes to, like, throw his entire, like, mouth over you. And he,
oh
like,
my fucking god.
This is amazing.
Like, all of a sudden, he took the gloves off. And he casts his Detect Thoughts. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw? I gotta know what Paquito's thinking about. Oh, yeah. Paquito, give it to me. What is it?
Never have I ever been so rejected by frogs. This man is so much better than I thought. He's actually really cute. I said he wasn't, but he's really cute frog.
As you're like thinking about all these things, you just feel like this for Varian, you see this like soggy gum, grapple over half of Paquito Moss's body, and then Paquito Moss, you feel these little serrated tingles as you're thinking about these things, and it's just like, and it spits you out. It's just like it blinks its eyes twice. It goes invisible.
Invisible?
Professor.
This is such a shit show.
Oh yeah, you guys are fucking surrounded.
I'm gone.
There's so much open space, and you guys are in the tiniest areas. I love it.
Oh my god. I fucking hate. What would Professor Glare do in this moment?
WWPG.
Darko's spell. Wasn't for that.
That's a good one. WWPG. What would Professor do?
Yeah. Oh boy, this is fantastic.
At least you can see Darko.
Yeah, there you go.
And you actively have the most health on the team.
Silver linings.
Oh,
guys.
just kidding. Not more than Darko, but you have it more than the others.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. If I go, I know I am no match for any of this without people in front of me and a team.
Yeah, you and
to
Darko are
shield
in a
me.
really tough spot.
Yeah. Sorry, Darko. Professor Glare is going
You can leave
to.
me. You can leave me behind. Actually, it's beneficial if you leave me behind. So
Yeah. Professor Glare is going
give
to.
me a perception check as you flee in this direction, real quick.
Okay. Perception is his least.
You see that there is another corridor, small enough for you and other small beings to fit through.
Oh fuck. The assumption would be that these guys were what took out Potsy.
You would assume such, yes.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, so when I see this, if I'm here,
you see
there's
just a black maw cloud there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Must want revenge.
I'm gonna
Oh, that's a
go.
movie.
Okay,
You
so
guys
I
got it?
moved. So I moved down here. So that
Yeah,
was
and-
what 110 feet. So I have another 20 feet then. So from here I can go here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Should be fine.
I am gonna do that.
Is there a way to go over there?
You said I am small enough.
Yes.
I can fit here.
Yes.
What is right here? What do I see right here?
It turns a corner.
It just turns a corner. But does it see? Do I see any of the vegetation?
No, that was all just due to Darko's vision when he was looking through the walls.
Okay, so it is enclosed.
Yeah, it is enclosed. Yeah.
It's like a tunnel, if you will.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or service passage, I guess, is what you would describe it as.
We're all
you would know in Colvern's in Colvern's Fortress there were many of these for escaping purposes. It's not a normal passage. Perfect. This is absolutely a method of secret travel, etc. Like you get the gist when once you walked into here, you're like, oh, I see, something here has a mind. Yeah.
Perfect. If that's the case, let me see real quick. Yeah. Okay. So before I move in fully, I will have been. Sorry, it's not letting me go out of this. I would have stayed here.
Okay.
Sorry, and then I would have casted poison spray in his direction. 5d8. Okay.
20.
So he passes, but anywho. Oh, it's not a +5. Yeah, it is. Okay. So doesn't do anything to him. I am no longer invisible.
All right. You see a slew of like just acidic spray, Darko just spray out toward this slat.
Yeah.
It covers him
I
in
will
like a
cast.
wood coat. It does nothing to the visage.
I will cast Sanctuary on Darko.
Does that break it from? Oh no, it only works for the one hit, right? Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I will move my foot. I think it was right here. Right here.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then, yeah, I will attempt to. Obviously, I can't take.
That's cool.
Say that again.
Nothing. It doesn't matter. I was just talking all myself.
Surviving. With you and Poquito Mas.
I am going to use healing light on him.
Oh, thank you. That feels so good.
I'm sorry, I meant to do the 3d6. Fuck.
How many do you have in your? Hold on, 1 second. You are
3d6.
1, so you can do up to 3. That is your maximum dice with this spell.
Yes. Oh, you want me to roll 2 more d6?
Yeah, if you want to use all 3, that's fine. I was just checking.
I'm trying to heal him up.
Yeah, no worries. For a solid 10 points.
Roll was really good. Take it. I will take it.
And then I'm going to advance in front of him.
Is this magic?
I can advance here. That's where I'm going.
Excuse me.
Does he run into the invisible guy by any chance?
He wouldn't know because he doesn't. But you run up, and as you do, you're approaching this bigger spot, very green in nature, similar to. No, actually, you didn't see the one down the hall. You see a big green slot, first of its kind. It clearly has a staff in its hand, and it must be the one causing these spells to be thrown at Poquito Mas in a tender, like, fair way.
I run right up into his face.
You walk right up to this thing. He's just like.
And so doing that, I think that used an action. Oh no, that was a bonus action, so I can attack it.
Nice.
So I am going to go ahead and. God damn it. Sorry. And I am going to fucking smack the ever-living shit out of it. Hopefully.
crap.
You just make the DC. Our AC is you hit it. You see him kind of like lurch forward a little bit as he takes it square into the chest, and he's just.
Did you add your 1d4?
And then I do it again.
Yeah. Add your 1d4 afterwards.
Make sure you
add
add
your
your
twice,
1d4.
so add
Yeah.
2d4 to this one, or do 2d4 after this. For an additional 14, very nice, and then
Done
2d4.
30 damage.
Yeah.
See, not 21 d4.
Whoa. I know you said you wanted to stack things, but that's not the stacking we were referring. All right, so to do an additional 4 for 34 points across the board in this one. Very nice. I don't know what he's concentrating on.
That's all I can do.
Got it.
Awesome. Oh, man.
Very nice, very nice. Darko the Dark. Something is bothering you. You see this sucker, and almost nothing seems to be happening to him. You're not quite sure why, because you don't have a clear look. You're just kind of seeing through the visage of such. You know that your spell is active. You know they are in the midst of it. You feel them, but something here is warping the general effects of what it is you intended to do. What do you do, sir?
So is it in another room?
It is. To your understanding, it's beyond this wall.
Okay. So now I guess, can I technically see this? Can I see the space within this room?
Which space, sorry?
I mean, so like if I wanted
this
to,
area or which area?
Yeah, I want to use a spell where I would go to an unoccupied space that I could see. So technically, could I see into this room to?
Oh, into the room it is in.
Yes.
How far is that? Oh, so from where you're standing? No, if you wanted to move up, I'd give you the opportunity.
Okay, well, I kind of do want to move up as it is anyways, but so here's essentially what I want to do is I just want to use Thunderstep to get into that room.
Gotcha. So I'd say if you walk up to the slot and then Thunderstep, you could see through here, and you could Thunderstep in here. You'd avoid the slot from getting any attacks on you, and you'd put yourself wherever you think is right.
Perfect. Then that's what I will do. Move up here. And then this.
Is that a save
What now?
round? Yeah. What's that?
Dude, how much damage was that thing?
29.
Oh.
That's a lot.
It passes the save, so it takes half. Right? Yeah, half as much.
Yeah, half as much.
I need all of you guys to give me Constitution saving throws as you all hear just this massive boom echo throughout every single corridor of this area. Let's see, what is that?
I am now not close enough to Varian for the saving throw bonus, I don't think.
No, you have to be within 10 feet. The slot takes, actually...
Isn't only every creature within 10 feet of the space?
Yeah.
We can hear it, but we don't.
Yeah,
it doesn't
they
affect
hear
us.
us 300 feet away, so I'm just doing a save to see if your guys' eardrums stop or not. This will just affect your guys' perception later. Like it doesn't do any harm, any physical harm or damage harm, just a mechanic harm.
Great.
Professor Guler, thank God he put himself behind another wall. Poquito Mas, your eardrums kind of snap. They kind of like pop as if you like went up a hill and fell real fast. You're not sure why, but you hear this massive noise coming from beyond the maw. Varian.
Walking the dog.
Sorry, what's up?
Constitution save.
Give me a con save.
Okay.
Darko, you teleport inside and you step in water. You see a massive creature with multiple eyes, like tendrils, peeking toward a wall away from you, and it's just like, most interesting skills, all of that one. I wonder what it's doing. One of the eyes look at you, Darko.
Can it see me, or is it technically blinded?
So, you are within a beholder's lair. Now, Darko, you do know that the beholder, any beholder's lair, can warp reality within its space. Therefore, your spell is unaffected to it, as you see it turn around and you see a tendril pop out of the dark mass and look directly at you and blink. Inside the darkness, before it speaks, is there anything you want to do for your bonus action?
For my bonus action, no. I only have one bonus action, and that's Hex, so it's...
You see a tendril poking out the mass darkness in which you conjured, and then you hear from within, like a mix of the dissonant whispers and gurgles, but then clear. Darko, I didn't think I'd ever meet you in the flesh. Welcome. And that's where we're gonna wait till next week to see what happens to poor old Darko.
Oh shit!
And next week, season 3.
I had a cool spell.
That's right. Everybody roll up new characters to next week.
I will say, Ponzi, have a backup in case Darko fucks this up.
Okay, I will.
Because you are the only one no longer where your person was done. You have been collected. Well, guys, that was...
So the Ponzi scheme ended quickly.
We'll see. I'm a pretty smooth talker, and I've got some interesting spells.
We'll see what you do. We'll see what you do. At this point, it's now all on Darko, unless you guys fight your way to him in time. But I don't know, guys. It's not looking too good.
Great.
Not looking too good.
We should have stuck together. Again, we didn't learn.
We don't really. Basically, Moss ran by himself. It's like, goodbye, everybody.
No, Paquito Moss is awesome. No, all of your guys' characters were ran so great. Oh man, it was great. I think you guys all did proper by your characters, and that was some good survival skills. Honestly, these things are monsters. Like, you guys disassembled one of them or two of them pretty smoothly, but as the horde grew, things got bad, which was expected. But no one went in stealthily. No one went in squeaky.
What is stealth? I don't even know what that is.
We're running on top of water
It was
before we
awesome.
could
You guys
even
just walked in
know
and
where we
were like,
were.
It's like, hello? Does anything want to attack me?
Am I dumb for thinking that there was only going to be like 3 enemies?
The invisibility bracelet. Like, are you kidding me? Just use it.
He's saving.
So wasted.
It's magic. I can't waste magic.
Oh my god.
All right, guys. Well, fun night. Good night.